Happy Wednesday,
Happy
everybody.
International Women's Day. If you know women, which hopefully you do, go tell them Happy International Women's Day.
I can only hope.
And thank them. It does seem awfully early for the strain to be starting. You are correct.
You're correct.
This game,
I'm chronically late.
Somehow this game is like, we're ready to go right at 9. Like, I could just take us live to us at 9. Because we all like to get in the video call early and talk a lot. So this one was us talking. Also, the rest of the cast is prepping for the onesie party we're having today.
And I feel very left out, and I know my onesie is in a box down here somewhere, and I've challenged myself that in the trailer, I will go find it.
We'll figure it out. But the whole reason this started is because I had to pull my Fox onesie out because we have another show announcement.
Yeah, we're super excited for another one. And so we are, she was like, I'm just going to pull out my Fox onesie. And I was like, well, mine isn't here yet because I ordered a new one specifically for this game. That's okay. We're going to announce it tonight anyway. I'm very excited about it. So do you want to, let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll come back and we'll do quick announcements and then we'll get started. You all have some Tupperware to fight. So we should jump into things.
All right. So here is our show announcement. Yay. We did it!
Hi! So yeah, A Song of Mice and Briar, which is going to be our new root game. It's going to start on the 22nd, I believe it is. Yeah, next week, Kylie and I have a commitment, and we always take a week off in between shows anyway, kind of just to finish stuff getting done. So on the 22nd, you're going to be able to come watch us in Root, and it's going to be super fun. And Jenna has agreed to come over for the game. We love Jenna so much.
It's going to be such a good time. We're keeping the theme of being small animals on Wednesday.
Yeah. But for a little bit at least. We'll see what happens.
Ryan is super pumped about the show. When everything started blowing up with Rodent Wednesdays, when everything started blowing up with the OGL and all of that, he decided he really wanted to lean into looking at other systems that he hadn't looked at before. And he loved the Root board game.
Yeah.
And he was like, did you know that there's a TTRPG system? And I was like, yeah, we played it with Sarah on Gen Con TV, and it was great. He was like, well, I bought everything. So he spent weeks just poring over it and reading everything, and he loved it. And we were like, if you want to, we can do a thing of Root. And he was like, I want to. So we're doing it. And we're going to do our session 0 live too, because I don't think we're going to do it with every show, obviously, but I think it's important to kind of show session 0s and kind of give a little insight into what it takes to make a show or just to make a game in general, because it's, a lot of people who are new to it don't know where to start. And I think it's nice to just kind of show how you can collaboratively make a game, and it's not just dependent on a GM. Like, everybody needs to.
Root is a really cool world building one too. So this was like at Ryan's request. We essentially said like, hey, for the Vanishing Lands, we did it, but like, if you do not want to do it live, like obviously we will not have you do it live. And he was like, no, I think it'd be really cool to do it live. And so we're gonna do that, and I'm personally very excited for it. I loved Root when I played it the first time. And when Ryan was like, do you care to do 2 animal shows back to back, I was like, in what universe would I tell you no to small fuzzy creatures? Especially because like I sort of play one in this game, but I'm mostly here to just make sense of what they say. And I would like my turn, so I'm gonna go for a few animal creatures.
I did promise not to play a raccoon again, because the first time I got to play raccoon was when we played Root, and then the second time I got to play raccoon was in this game. So I told him that I wouldn't play a raccoon this time. So we'll see.
I have 2 that I'm in between, and we're gonna figure that out. At the very least, we're gonna try to pick what animal we are before session 0, because I have character art to pick. And all of that. But we're so excited. I'm really excited for Muppets and for A Song of Mice and Briar, and just to like go fully, like I'll be fully a player full time again for the first time in a few months. Just 4 games a week where I play. It's gonna be beautiful. And don't worry, I'll be back in the GM seat soon. We'll have other things later, but for right now, back to playing. Just full time. It's going to be great.
Okay, now we're gonna play a game. Oh wait, do we have any other announcements? This Saturday we're gonna try and do a crit talk. We were gonna do it last week, but I was sick and then Mal got sick, so we
got her virus,
didn't.
So.
We didn't do it. Neurovirus is real. Everyone wash your hands. It's not fun.
Don't experience it.
It's 0 fun.
Would not recommend.
0 out of 10. Do not recommend.
We'll be back with Crit Talk this weekend. One of our like things that we definitely want to talk about is Project Black Flag. They've started releasing playtesting material that we have, so we're gonna sit down and look at it and talk about it, and a bunch of other stuff. We'll make a list like last time, and half of it is sort of production stuff on this channel and how we run all of that, and then the other half is like tabletop general shenanigans and news. So we will do that, and then next week we are dead next week. It's our off week while we prep for Muppets and Root. So you won't see us here, but you will. You can see me on Dragonlance on Airplane House Presents, and we will always be back on Lake. Because we have we've got some people to go beat up.
I need to go fight in my robot suit.
I have Banish once a day, and it has taken every bit of my restraint to not use it yet. And the minute I get into this fight, I am banishing somebody. I don't care who. So we'll see what happens.
But yeah, I might try and stream next week. I don't know. Maybe we'll stream more spooky games next week.
We need to finish Man of Medan and see if he's the only one I kill.
It's very true.
Rip Conrad.
Okay, I'm gonna play the trailer and we're gonna play the game. Let's see if Mal can find her onesie in less than 2 minutes. Okay, ready? And go! I came on right after that, so they didn't hear it. But we're a spicy channel, so you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
I would very much.
No
like
one
that
heard that though,
cast
so it's all
be
good.
blanket.
I didn't want to embarrass you. I heard it start to come out of your mouth, and I was like, I'm not gonna turn on the audio yet. But we're vamping. Mal found it in under 2 minutes. She's just having an issue getting it on, so just give her a minute. But just a couple more things. Today it's our finale. Yay! We're excited and we're sad, but the Streamloots link. If you have Streamloots cards, make sure you play them, because today is the last day to play these cards for this show. If you have cards that you don't really enjoy and you don't want to play, that's okay too. You can break those apart, make them into resources, and then when we have new card decks come out, you can turn those into new cards for our upcoming shows. So make sure you do that. Yay. Are sad-sided.
And
you're correct.
there are 4 remaining gift packs available to the community from 5 Foot Latina.
Mama
Cat, thank you. So yeah, go over there.
Cat.
Claim those community packs. Share the wealth. We are here. It is a onesie party. I can't wait for Adam to get in this call and see us all in onesies.
He's gonna lose it.
Adam has no idea.
No idea.
He's walking in blind.
Yep, he told me that he would send me a message when he was good to go. Oh, speaking of, be ready in 5 from Adam Con.
Okay.
And that was 4 minutes ago. We are good.
We are ready to do some woodland magic.
I haven't even introduced everybody yet. We're just doing shenanigans. Honestly, Mama Cat, I wish I was doing woodland magic. I will say that this doesn't zip up quite the way it used to, but I am gonna buy a new one. It's just right here. It won't go over this.
Yeah, boy, he thick. That's great. That's a great job.
Correct.
We were looking at Mothman patches earlier on Etsy, and that one's great.
We have a strong need for some Mothman patches.
Oh yeah,
it's a good time.
We need
We
all
have-
of them. All of
we
them.
have a wild time before we go live. I know none of you get to witness it, but it's a beautiful day.
Hi, Adam. I wish I could have gotten you on the screen for that. That was so good.
Hi! Look how cute we all look!
Yeah. I gotta wear this more often. This is comfy and it's cute.
I know.
Yay, we've got everybody.
And not get judged.
Oh, it's so good. It's such a
Look
good
how
day.
cute we
Here's
all
the
Guys,
message
we
are.
to
haven't
my
even
bosses.
introduced
We are.
people yet, just to put this in perspective for you. Have not done that. We announced our new show, and we have just been full
Feral.
shenaniganery.
All
Yeah, pretty
shenanigans.
much.
Nothing but
All the
shenaniganry.
Nothing but shenaniganery.
Chicanery.
Even a little.
Nothing but.
Shenaniganery, the way.
Did he forget Bug or the Scoops? It sounds like Scoops.
Yeah.
Yep, it sounds like Scoop. Also, here's my contribution to the Mothman patch hunt. Okay, so now we're all here. We're all in our onesies. We're all looking great. We're doing great. I'm sure that our characters are ready to go. I have statted out our monsters for the night.
Ooh.
So I think we're good to go. So we'll start with the wonderful introductions that we always start with. And who is who? Allie's to my left. I was like, I don't remember what order anybody's in. Your turn.
Hi, hello. Introduction time. I'm Allie Capone from FGP, and tonight I'm here to play Chamomile Bee Whiskey for Bee Chamomile. Shit. Fuck with my name.
It's hard sometimes.
Fantastic. That's all right. We names are
I'm
hard.
the skunk. And I'm on a mission to find Fred Caliber if it's the last thing I do, and also find out the truth about that vigilante. And Allie, IRL, is on the hunt for the perfect Mothman patch, so if you know one,
Feel free to send it our way. We're all very interested to know.
If you need to know where to send it, here's our Discord. If you're not in there, hop on in there. It's a good time.
I have to put on Twitter and document that we're having a onesie party.
Yay!
No, please do. I want to see all the Mothman patches. As someone from West Virginia, I'm legally obligated to review every one of them on the planet. So I've got to do it. Who
It's your civic
goes
duty.
next? Amber, you're next.
Hi everybody, I'm Amber, also known as the Space Jamber, anywhere there's internet. I am a TTRPG writer, and does it smell like burnt toast to anyone else?
It's
Look,
been a
writer,
day.
not talker.
This is why I'm playing Corn Cob, a possum with no brain, because not a single brain in this one. I'm a TTRPG writer, editor, streamer, all of the above, who's taking a break starting tomorrow. God damn it.
Yeah.
As you
Great
should.
time.
Yeah, I've been working like every day since I was talking to a friend about it today. Every day since April 26th last year. So gonna take a little bit of a break from March and a good chunk of April, but really excited to be here. Excited to play Corn Cob, our resident sweet dopey boy that doesn't make a lot of good decisions, but god damn it, don't we love a good possum. And we are joined by this possum. We have Pete here, and I don't have a possum onesie, and the best thing I had was Psyduck, which also starts with a P. Yeah, and I'm really excited to be here. I'm not looking for patches, but I will take all of your possum memorabilia. Thank you.
Feel good about it.
Honestly, just like flood our Discord with it. I don't need to know what any of the other conversations were.
Yeah,
I just need patches and possum memorabilia to be quite fair.
at all hours.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Adam Kahn.
Oh hey, friends. My name's Adam Kahn, and I'm Big Red, as well too. Coming at you from everywhere. I just got done with a virtual reality class running here, so I could jump in with all these fine, lovely people. Playing some Gamage. I'm excited yet sad. It's our finale, but I'm here. Bug is here. Oh, and looky, I also got a happy little red panda. But then, if you make him angry, he gets into angry red panda.
I love those.
Shut up. Is that Agritsuko? No.
Yes. I don't have one.
Wait. Is that
Angry
like
unicorn?
It's a onesie cute fluffy party tonight, guys.
I keep it on Angry Unicorn because I think she looks cool.
I'm just me. I don't have anything else.
But you have you, and you're cute and
Yeah.
adorable.
Also,
have
we
an
should put a taco down here. I think it'd make a wonderful back part of your set if you
Love
put your
my-
taco.
My big
In
stuffed taco.
absolutely ready to take on this too. We got, whiskey's been sitting in this chocolate river for about 3 weeks, getting beat up by this Tupperware.
no, right? Yeah.
You gotta save him.
Just molten chocolate at this point.
At least he's well fed.
Yep.
Accurate.
I-
Lots of
We're just
chocolate.
leaning into like a Dragon Ball Z-esque trope where it took that long to power up.
Truly, do we know the depths of whiskey's power? I
No.
don't think we ever
No.
would.
There's no way.
It's over 9,000 proof. Because
What? 9,000! And proof. I get,
I love it so much. And then Kylie, it's your turn.
Hi, I am Kylie Eberhard. You can find me just about anywhere on the internet at Viking_mermaid. Usually easiest to just go to my Twitter. I got my link tree on there. Everything's there. And today, for at least for a little bit, I will be playing Willow Bumblebreeze, the scout raccoon, who is just trying to get all the scout badges she can, and all of this stuff just keeps getting dumped in her lap. But yeah, I'm here.
Poor Willow.
I'm excited.
Yeah. And I'm Mallory, and I'm your GM for the last night of this campaign. It makes me very sad to say that out loud, but we'll be back again someday. But I play everybody else, but especially my main man, Fudge, who is a little chocolate bunny with a bite taken out of his ear, and his banana duck, Gerald. I don't know if you caught in the Discord, but I found Gerald
I've had it for a while. I wanted to buy the big one.
He comes in a 3-foot option.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted to buy.
I'm gonna get a 3-foot tall Gerald. And he's gonna go right here beside Marvin and be there forever.
If you put that banana duck up there, nothing else will be on there.
No, he'll be beside Marvin. It'll be
It's
okay.
3 foot long.
I don't care.
Marvin and your coffin board will not fit on there anymore.
Marvin's like a good 2 foot tall. We just squeeze him together. It's all right. Yeah, he is.
You
Something
don't
like
understand measurements.
that. Not at all.
No.
I'm bad at them. Like, if you ask me to imagine what a yard looks like, I'm like somewhere between like here and here. In that distance, somewhere is correct.
In the back of a house. That's a yard.
Yeah, exactly. That's my
The thing
view
behind
of
the
it.
house?
Yeah, the thing that's on the hill that we like pay a kid to mow our lawn because we'll die if we try to mow that hill. That one, yeah, that's
Child
okay.
labor.
I mean, I pay him. It's fine.
I mean, child labor was paid. It just wasn't paid well.
Well, we pay him well. It's a hill. I'm not gonna give that kid $10. Like that's hard work.
Is that the hill he's willing to die on? I'm sorry, I'm done.
Honestly,
It's gonna
maybe,
have to be,
because it
honestly.
He's mowing up that hill.
Is he
cutting
also
that
mowing up that
grass.
building? I'm glad Adam and I were on the same brainwave.
It's gonna be a really great productive night. I can feel it in my bones.
Uh-huh.
It's because we're both psychic, Amber. You're a side.
Exactly.
No, it's called ADHD. I can't. I've forgotten the point I was gonna make already.
Are
Yeah,
racking up.
we're doing great. Oh man. Okay.
We're gonna need a Sam Witch appearance tonight because we got some help from him.
Again, I will promise you all right now, I do not remember the voice Sandwich had, but I will be the ostrich dude. I'm more than happy with that.
Oh god,
but
I
just
forgot he
don't
was an
remember.
ostrich.
He's an ostrich, yes. Bless his little heart. Oh yeah, you all have a ton of stuff right now. You'll probably be fine.
And I'm excited. This is technically the first night I get to stream at our new gaming dining room table.
You
too.
do?
Oh, I forgot you guys
Fancy
got that.
now.
I know, like I'm in a chair. Check it out. Like I'm not sitting on a bench.
in a
that
chair,
hurts
not
my
on a
butt.
bench.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah.
were you standing before?
No,
No, okay.
no,
He was on a bench,
we were on this
a very
tiny little
uncomfortable bench.
4 foot by 2.5 foot long table, and there was like a bench I sat on, then Diana sat on like a really not comfortable plastic chair. We've upgraded, guys. We're adulting. Congratulations.
Yay!
Look at him go. Honestly, like the theme of the week is I'm learning to be an adult, and that's awesome for me. Okay, so now that you all I think we're caught up on Streamlits. You all have plenty. So when I describe how this is gonna go, don't worry.
I'm gonna
So
pop
we.
that in our Discord again for us, just so you guys,
Oh yeah, so you all can get to it easier.
so you have misplaced.
So essentially what is happening here is when we left off, Whiskey was down the waterfall, had jumped off into the hot fudge, and gotten himself to land where the spoon is waiting for you. You had a job, or at least Whiskey believes that there is something in these 3 utensils in order to find Brett'scalibur. And the last one was on the ground out in front of this very large hot fudge sort of lake, if you will, that's been gathering at the bottom of this waterfall. So Whiskey, without hesitation, has jumped. And as he approached land, sort of to go grab the spoon, was faced with a gigantic Tupperware container. It is sort of like foggy on the sides, has like a really busted up red lid to it. And inside you can make out the shapes of like little gumdrop buddies that lay there and do not move. There are stains on the side of it that are kind of the color of like spaghetti sauce that will never wash off. And the rest of you, including Kevin, Justin Twizzler, like that's his name.
Yeah.
Who's Kevin?
I was in my brain, he was Kevin. Like I pictured the giraffe, and I was like Kevin, and then I was like, Kevin's not a member of NSYNC. Who was that?
Kevin's Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, there it is. Okay,
He's
so,
the back alley pals.
Yeah.
I give up. I'm done.
Yes,
This has been
we're
Carbe
meeting
Diem.
next season, everybody. We're meeting the back alley pals next season. It's gonna be great. So Justin Twizzlerlake and Fudge both stand up with the rest of you. Now, because we are starting where we are with Whiskey down by themselves, I'm going to give Whiskey first in combat, but everybody else will need to roll. I will roll for Justin and for Fudge. So what you're going to do is roll against your physical score. Margin of success is what we're looking at this point. So roll your 20 and whatever your margin of success is between your number and what you roll is great. Good news is Fudge is doing awesome. Justin is not.
Oh, Justin.
Okay.
Justin's doing a little bit of a shit job here, but Fudge is great.
It's all he
Long
tried
live
to
Gerald,
do.
Mom and Cat. You're correct. Long live Gerald. There will be at least one piece of Gerald merch in the merch store if I have anything to say about it. I need a Gerald shirt.
Truly.
Oh, I also need to roll for the Tupperware container. Duh. Okay. Decent. Oh, that one's really good. Is that one? And so is that one. Cool. I'm just gonna put all three of these on the same initiative. Okay, so whenever people have their numbers, you can feel free to give them to me.
Are we
Wait,
doing
what am I
numbers or
rolling?
are we just
Margin.
acting?
Actually, no, never mind. You're right. Let's just do acting for right now until it becomes a dangerous situation, and then I'll make you all do numbers. That seems more fair.
It's not dangerous yet,
Whiskey-
Ellie.
Not yet. I mean, for you, probably. Everybody else is safe up in a cave somewhere. They can't be reached by a Tupperware container. You're just like going to get eaten any second, and that's fine. But I am going to let you go before the Tupperware container.
Okay. Cool. So,
whatever you would
Is it-
like to do in this moment, you just let me.
without missing a beat, Whiskey is gonna reach for his croissant boomerang to make a
Forgot you
ranged
had-
attack against the Tupperware. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Roll me physical. Your margin of success is how well this does.
And I think that using this, I would like to go ahead and cash in my D8
Go for
for
it.
that asset.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll for it.
Boom. Marked off.
Butter, come back.
Wait.
Cause you are a boomerang.
Can I upgrade that to a D10 instead? Has this
Because I know the hit points of what you're going against, sure. If
Let's
anybody's
say D12.
wondering,
Let's say D12. I'm just gonna go big with the D12. I don't like this roll. We're having a bad time already.
that's all
It's
right.
gonna be okay.
You
it's
have people
gonna
to
be
help
fine.
you.
Don't you got stuff?
I just need to roll a 6 or higher. That's a
Okay.
50% chance on a D12.
You got like a hair point.
That's a 6. I could have just used my spirit points, but you know what?
Look, you have plenty of time tonight to use them. I promise. For just the people watching, as they've been provided them too, but I'm the only one using them. I have enemy stat blocks. I converted a couple to be what I wanted them to be, and so that's what y'all get to fight tonight. What's your margin of success?
Nothing. I met it.
That's fine. No, meeting it is fine. So as you throw this, you will be able to hit it, but as you do, it almost seems like it maybe wasn't hard enough to do a ton. It knocks it back like a step or two. You're definitely not in the immediate danger of like it'll dive forward and consume you whole, but it doesn't seem like it's taken much damage. if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the boomerang being a boomerang, does it return to me?
Yes, it does return to you.
Awesome. As it snaps back into my hand, I'm just gonna go, keep that fresh, you son of a Pyrex. I don't know.
Son of a Tupperware.
No language.
I love you all so much.
I should have just kept it at keep this fresh, but you know what?
It's okay. I liked Son of a Pyrex. I would also like that on a sticker. That's what the patch is. You need a patch that says Son of a Pyrex. No explanation given to anybody else. All right.
That's right, Drew. Onesies, baby. Let's go.
Yep. Just a wonderful night in onesies. Okay, so that is the end of your turn. If anyone else would like to act before the abomination on the ground does, I will absolutely allow you to do so.
Allie, is yours a kigurumi?
Yee.
Mine is also a kigurumi.
Yee! Buttons, 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 and a butt flap too.
You have a butt flap on
I don't
yours?
have a butt flap, but I do have a tail.
Do we have tail? Should we do a tail?
I have a tail.
Or is that too
I have a tail.
distinct? Okay.
I have a tail.
We're tailing it.
Hold on, we're doing it apparently. Everybody else got up. I don't know if you can see mine. It's right here.
And the sideways.
It's a little
I only got a little tail.
My tail is also a wee tail.
I just almost broke everything.
but-
Show people my tail. Who would have known?
Yay!
Kigurumis are
You're doing
difficult.
great today.
Yeah,
You're doing so good.
but these have pockets. Other onesies don't.
I have pockets right here, like a
I
hoodie
have
pocket.
pockets too, and I love them.
If
Get
you're
yourself a
watching the
onesie.
stream, get a kigurumi.
Oh
Get
my
a
God.
kigurumi. They're the best.
This isn't a kigurumi,
This-
but my next one will be. The one I get for Root will be a kigurumi.
Ooh,
This
yeah.
this
good
stream
call.
has been sponsored by Kigurumi,
They don't
which is a
sponsor
clothing
us,
item,
but
not a
I
brand.
wish they did.
Kigurumi sponsor us. I will wear a onesie for every show I do.
I will. I don't ever need to wear regular clothes again. It doesn't matter whether I'm playing an animal or not. I'll wear a kigurumi.
I'll get one for D-Lands. Let's go.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Everyone's
So-
familiar, everybody.
Wait,
Please?
Kigurumi is a brand.
Please,
Yeah,
everybody,
Kigurumi.com.
next week
Well,
for Dragonlance,
Fierce
everyone
kigurumi?
wear a
Mythical
onesie for
kigurumi?
Monday
Not
and
tell Eric.
Tuesday. Don't tell Eric. Just
Not
do
tell
it. It'll be the fucking best.
Yeah, we'll all order dragon onesies. and
Everybody have
that'll be
dragon
Yes.
onesies.
Dragon onesies. Yeah, it won't. Go. You're right.
No, it won't, but it'll be fucking hilarious.
No, it'd be funny though. Super funny. Oh god, it's so good. Okay,
Oh, hi, Bear. Welcome in.
hey Bear.
Hello.
A reminder to anyone that would like to go. I can also act whenever I want. So
So-
I would move fast if I were you. Just
So-
a concern. You do what
A
you
bear one would be perfect, Drew. I think that matches your character perfectly.
So
Hi,
this is like
Lemon.
a plastic like Tupperware container coming out of us. Coming
From
out of
what you can see, because you're up in the cave issue,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like you're way above, behind the waterfall. The only reason like you would have to stick your head out to see what's happening fully, Justin is sort of giving you the lowdown on what he can see.
Mhm.
But to his understanding from where you all are, it looks like a giant like tub, like plastic tub with a bent and broken up red lid on it. It's got like the stains on the inside that will never come out that makes everything look foggy, and like the stains from like spaghetti sauce. You can see very tiny blips inside of it that seem to be like green and purple, but who knows what those could be from all the way up here.
Oh yeah, of course. So and there are the bushes with this circus peanuts, right?
Those are like down the hall in the other cave.
Okay. Okay. I didn't want to go this far at the jump.
Honestly, no, that's fine. You can go as far as you want. If you want to still be in the circus peanuts cave, I will totally let you be in the circus peanuts cave.
No. Well, because I was going to use a seed bomb.
Okay.
But
Why do you
I
wanna
think
use a
being
seed
in the
bomb?
Circus Peanuts cave still makes sense.
Okay,
right now.
that's fair. you were pretty well inhaling circus peanuts while you were in that
Yes.
room. So fair. Yeah, if you want to be there, you take your turn however you want it. If you want to spend your turn eating circus peanuts, I will not be mad at that.
Just to prepare myself
Yes,
for
a true character choice. Honestly,
Um,
actually, add circus peanuts as an asset for you. D4, D6, D8. You can have those 3.
I think it's a D6 because I already have
no,
a D8.
I am gonna give you this. Like, this is a gift from me
Oh,
to you.
Okay,
I have
then I'll take the
decided that
D8.
you get this. This is not it's not in the rule book of like what I can gift you, and I say I can gift you what I want. So
Okay. Yes, then I will take this D8 circus peanuts. Yeah.
what can I see from where I am?
are you gonna stick your head through a chocolate waterfall?
What can I hear from where I am?
You Whiskey, what does she hear? Do you think you're yelling in terror? I think it's a good shot, but I'm not gonna
Like, did I hear you son of a Pyrex?
Oh,
God, I-
absolutely. You probably heard like, oh, good, oh no, boomerang, and then what I said. Like, he's a verbal processor, this little skunk. So, in fact, you've probably heard kind of like a step-by-step narration of like, gonna jump through the waterfall while I'm falling. I'm in fudge. Oh, safe. Oh no, big plastic thing. It's Tupperware. It's gonna come at me and eat me. Ah, like it's a whole
Okay.
thing. It
The
is
narrative
really
is
old, really fast.
I'm going to use the other half of my brownie brick.
Okay.
And I am going. What do I have again?
I was gonna say you have half a brownie brick. I know that.
I am going to make a stick, like a staff out of it, and then
Okay.
I'm going to use my first aid kit and get the like tape out of it, and
Okay.
my Swiss Army knife.
Okay.
And I'm going to make a spear. Instead of just using the brownie brick to have a spear, I just use it for the stick. And then I'm going to tape my Swiss Army knife on the top of it. And then I'm going to go and try and save Whiskey.
Okay. So you're gonna jump down a waterfall?
Yes.
All right, cool. I'm gonna need a physical check to see how well you do on the way down.
Okay, I can.
Margin of success is what I'm looking for, so just let me know. Big Red, is there anything you would like to do?
I beat it by 5.
Oh,
Look, you go. You land safely in Hot Fudge.
nice. Corncob, did you go anywhere? Or are you still up there?
I'm just eating. These are some of the best
Oh, that's right. you're
circus
back at
peanuts
the-
I've had in my life. They haven't even been touched by the outside air.
So Corncob's back.
How you measure how good a circus peanut is it is not touched outside air.
Yeah.
Not
It's like
stale
the
yet.
Honestly, that's great though. I love.
They're
that
not
that is-
stale.
They're not
I mean, it's
stale.
fair.
They haven't been out in the sun.
Fine.
Fair.
All right. Okay. So if he's back there eating circus peanuts, and Willow jumped through, Twizzler Lake still has his head through, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So that leaves me with Gerald, our little
Fudge.
gumdrop friends, and Fudge.
Yes.
Perfect. Nobody can see. So I'm gonna be like,
Fudge already knows.
Fudge already knows. So I'm gonna be like, okay, guys, are you ready? I want to start running up the wall, and I want to like flip through the chocolate waterfall. But as I do, I want to spin, and as I'm spinning,
Hero transformation.
Yeah. Some sort of Sailor Moon music plays in the background. as all this
Yes.
happens.
boom. Okay. I keep going along.
Yes.
Boom. There we go. Okay. What's that? It's Big Red, superhero of the Vanishing Lands. It's Big Red. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? He's gonna save you. Oh, he's gonna save the world. Here comes Big Red, Big Red. Let's go with his ice cream scoopers. I'm gonna jump through, and I'm gonna see how well I land down here with a physical. Wasn't quite ready for that. He lands headfirst into the fudge.
Okay.
With his feet sticking up. That's only a 10.
Ooh. What did you need?
What was the number that I needed to hit? I rolled. Oh wait,
You have to roll below physical.
below
this is
my
golf.
physical. No,
Yeah.
that's right. Never mind. I did. So I have a 14. So never mind. I land
Oh, it's a
perfectly.
4. Yeah,
And
4 is good.
he's got his ice
Of
cream
course
scoop
good.
as well too.
We'll
Fine.
take it. With those margins of success you two have hit, I'm gonna say you land like towards the middle of it. A worse roll would have gotten you farther back towards the waterfall, and like a super good roll would have gotten you closer to land. So we'll just say you're somewhere in the middle.
Don't worry, Whiskey. We got here just in time. I've been watching you all from the tunnels. You're safe now.
It's Big Red. But it's like I feel like whiskey's like half under chocolate at this point, so it's more like it's Big Red. So
Terrified, honestly, in fudge. But again, you are closer to like the land mass that is in the bottom of this cave. You two are a bit farther back. Corn Cob is still eating circus peanuts in the other room. I will say Fudge does nothing but impulsive action. So he's just gonna run and jump. Gerald will fly down slowly because he has a sense of self-preservation. Fudge is great. That's like a 10.
Can I
margin
see
of success for
if
Fudge.
I recognize Big Red?
If you want to, I will happily let you make that. That's a mental check. I'm gonna say it's like a -3, or like add 3 to the number that you're rolling, because you know Big Red, and there's no reason it should have taken you this long to figure it out. They have the same name, so no,
Nobody
nothing.
knows.
I got a
Nothing?
7 and I needed to beat a 20. No idea.
would
Wait,
whiskey?
Oh, you okay? You needed a set. Okay, I got you.
No,
The
I
way you
rolled
said
a
it, I had the
7,
numbers
but by
backwards.
adding 3 to my mental for what I needed to do.
You would have needed the. No, this is golf rolls.
Oh, this is no, it's
Yes,
not.
This is
It's meet it or beat it,
this.
right?
No, you roll as high as you can. You want to roll below. Ones in this game are great. 20s in this game are awful.
That's right. Then I know.
I was
who
gonna
it
say you're
is.
making me question every rule I've done.
No,
in
you're
the
fine.
past
You're
6
fine.
weeks.
Look, it has been a long week. Insert Liz Lemon meme. It's been a horrible week. Liz
It's
Lemon.
Tuesday
It's
Lemon.
only Wednesday.
So by 13,
So yeah. So that was a really big
13.
one.
Yeah,
can I spend spirit to let her not know it's actually me?
You would have to spend a lot
I
of
was gonna say, you'd
spirit.
have to
I
spend a
don't
lot
think
of
you have
spirit,
enough.
but, like,
I'll do it.
I don't
if
think
you-
I'm gonna say it
if
out
you
loud,
want
but
to,
she has
I
a.
will never ever stop you from doing something like that. If it is really your heart's desire that no one but Fudge ever knows, cool.
I will spend 13 spirit. To make sure-
Oh my god.
If it makes you feel better, she wasn't gonna say anything.
It's okay.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It is identity. You
Fudge
can't
is
know.
the only one that
use
gets to
your-
know.
So
Big
are we
Red,
changing
use your
spirit
Cheetos.
rules now?
Use your Cheetos as an asset.
Part of this rulebook says that as the GM, I can do what I think is cool, and I think this is hilarious. So yeah, this is exactly what I'm letting happen.
How much spirit do you have left?
15.
Oh.
And you like
Yeah.
after you use the 13 or before?
That is after I use it.
Okay, then yeah, he's got.
I have
Plus
30
plus,
spirit.
I've also got some spirit boost too.
I have 30 spirit and 2 spirit boosts.
Willow is actually the most stacked character right now according to Streamlabs cards. Not only does Willow have is tied for the most spirit boost, but has the most hero points out of all of you.
Shit.
Which can also be used towards spirit, just other things too. So like Willow could be unstoppable in this fight should she play her resources right, but she might use them all to
Bye,
know the big
Drew.
benefits.
Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Drew.
Bye, Drew.
Drew.
Yeah, this is just the most wild thing I've ever witnessed in my life.
I will let
No.
you have it, but if I get it later, I'm taking it.
Fine with me. Update your scores. You don't know anything. You know that this is a red panda with underwear on its head, and it should in no way be related to the red panda that doesn't wear underwear on its head. Even though they have the same name, it seems very unlikely that they're even closely related.
Not quite same name. Big Red is all capitalized.
Yes,
Big Red
sorry.
is capital B.
With an exclamation point. Obviously, there is not an exclamation point on the owner of the ice cream shop. Why would there be? He's just your run-of-the-mill ice cream shop owner. Fudge rolled very Fudge rolled very gracefully on his trying to get into the hot fudge. You see him take like a very majestic swan dive, like does a flip off of the cliff and dives straight into hot fudge, comes back up very easily right beside of Whiskey. So Fudge is at the front, able to fight with you now. Gerald, again with his sense of self-preservation, has like done a circle on the way down. But he's a banana duck. He can do what he wants. And then there's Justin Twizzler Lake. Oh, and I need to roll for the gumdrop buddies. Hold on.
Ooh, yeah.
Our gumdrop buddies are struggling.
Come on,
that
Sugar
was an-
Plum!
That was an 18. So they're not doing great. I will say that they kind of don't notice where the cliff ends and they just walk off of it. They do land in hot fudge, but they're at like the very back, like stuck under the waterfall because they didn't know any better and where to go. And then there's Justin Twizzler, like, oh yeah, Justin's doing great. In the most majestic way a giraffe can, which is, to be fair, not very, but Justin Twizzler,
Rats
like,
are
is
hella majestic. Shut your mouth.
from a cliff into fudge.
Maybe he just steps off it. His legs are long enough.
This was a high cliff. I will say though, Justin Twizzler like is an international pop sensation. If anyone can do this with a beautiful grace, he sure can. So he will kind of like not like in this way that seems very effortless. He kind of looks to the side and there's just stone stairs there, and he's like, "Oh well, I'm just gonna walk down then." And like you see like a whole like thing of like stone stairs that have almost been carved out of the wall. And he's just gonna like walk down. He's on the far side of land, so he's like not close necessarily, but he never got blood on him except for on his neck where he needed to look out. And that's it. Again, as an international pop sensation, he can't exactly get these outfits dirty. They're great. Did you know what it takes to upkeep a rainbow Twizzler mane? A lot.
Oh my god.
A lot of
Yes.
upkeep.
He has to go to like the candy shop every week to get it
Every week.
maintained.
Every week, because no one would want it to just be red. Like once it's got red roots, he's done. It's like it's not a
Yeah.
rainbow anymore. I have to go. So they're on their way down. Everybody has now made it to the ground, which is great, except for Corn Cob, who's still eating circus peanuts. But we'll see where that goes. So I will now take Tupperware's turn. Just so you all know, like to be completely transparent about this, 74 hit points. 3 different types of attacks, and a advantage on a thing that I'll share when is convenient to me to share that. So we're gonna go for Whiskey because I think that like you were the original target. I feel like it's only right.
Fair.
So I hit very well. And so remind me how many health points you have.
12.
It's okay. We've got Gordon Ramsay meals.
You do have gold.
Yeah.
Whiskey has 2. Each one restores 2 hit points. They will come in handy tonight. Big Red has 3.
Okay.
It's important. Where in the world did my D4 go? There it is. All right. That's gonna be 8 damage.
Wow.
How 8?
8.
Cool. So I'm gonna eat those meals immediately.
No, very fair of you. Don't forget, you can also use spirit to like negate hit points essentially. So if you spend
Yeah.
8 spirit, that all
True.
goes away.
I'm spending 4 spirit.
Okay, so 4
You
spirit
can
and then the
s-
2 meals.
What is
so
it?
you're
You
at
can
nothing.
soak it?
Let me look at the exact wording because I literally looked at this earlier. With hero points, you can restore 2 spirit or half of your maximum health, so that will come in handy at some point. Or you can restore like an asset type if you think that D12 that you used earlier would be like, this would be very important right now. You can give me a hero point, and you can do that too. And then
Okay.
yeah, and then spirit just negates. So for every spirit you spend, that damage point doesn't happen. Again, I told them this before stream. I once got my eyes gouged out by raccoons, and I took 0 hits.
You didn't get
off
them
of it because
gouged out. You just got
it was very
attacked.
close. They were attempting to gouge out my eyes.
Oof.
I just had scratches all up and down my face, and I was like, "Don't worry, it doesn't hurt." I spent like 10 hit points.
That just would have been that would have been like an X card for me. Like, no, thank you. You're not going for my eyes.
Mama Cat, now I'm mad. I should have made it a nesting rolls gang. That's on me. That's a missed opportunity on my part. Because that would have been hilarious if it was nesting rolls. But yeah, so that is where we are at. He has hit for 8, but you are negating all of that, correct? 2 Gordon Ramsay meals and
All
4
of
spirit?
it.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
None of it counts. None of it's real. Doesn't matter.
Ugh.
That is going to be their action. They aren't moving or anything like that. If anybody would like to give me a mental check, besides Corncob, you can't see this. You're
Okay.
in the wrong room. But everybody else, if you'd like to give me a mental check, you most certainly can.
I rolled a 3.
I mean, are there?
You rolled a 3?
Yeah, so my mental's 17.
Oh, 2 whole fuck tons. of
2
success.
metric fuck tons.
Metric fuck tons of success. That is not a measurement in game, by the way. It's a measurement we made at our Vanishing Lands table that I'll never let go now. So 7 is a metric fuck ton.
7 is a metric fuck ton.
Correct. Anybody else would like to give me their?
I just got like a fuck ton and a half.
What are you doing?
Like
Rolled
margin
a,
of
rolled a
success?
5 for a 16.
Hello, Raiders. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining
Hi,
us.
What up,
Thanks for
Cusco Raiders?
joining. Hi.
Welcome to the onesies.
Happy International Women's Day.
Happy
International
International
Women's
Women's
Day.
Day.
Thank you. It's so nice of you all to join.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's our finale, so we're doing onesies.
We're having a
Thank
onesie
you.
party.
We had a onesie night for finale because we wanted to be comfy. So okay,
Truly.
fuck ton and a half, 2 fuck tons. Adam, what was your numbers? Yes?
Didn't make it.
That's all right. So Big Red doesn't notice this, but you two do. The Tupperware doesn't seem to move off of sight. There is not exactly a way for Tupperware to have sight. But so it is tracking by some other sense. With the 2 metric fuck tons of success, I would say that you can probably figure out that it's smell. So it has advantage on tracking, but only when it can be smell based.
Hmm.
I'm gonna relay that to everyone.
Whiskey
Probably
descends into fudge like he's in like Jurassic Park or Predator.
There you go. So now it can't smell a skunk, it can smell fudge. And that's all the information I'll give you on that. But my turn's not over. Because I know that I said you were fighting Tupperware, which is true. It's just that you're fighting Tupperware and a couple of other things. Remember in session 0 when somebody was like, you know what if there was like a candy corn epidemic and they would all just like swarm places and ruin your lives?
Oh no.
Do we remember when someone said that?
Yeah.
But we don't have one of those cards.
Oh no, I can do it without the card. I'm the GM.
It should
I
only
was-
be with the card.
No.
Otherwise,
I'm the GM.
what's the point of the card?
No. The card, which I knew what the actual definition of the card was I was going to flood whatever area you were in with candy corn. Like it just would have been like 20 of them, and you would have had to figure that out when you went. I'm being nice. There's only 3 here. There's just 3, and they just kind of wander out from like a couple different cracks in the wall, like pretty far back. Like they're not immediately on you by any means, but you can see these just like little guys like squeeze themselves almost through a crack in the wall, and sort of for best definition, it's almost like a waddle situation. Like they roll essentially on like the bottom of themselves, and they will roll across the little landmass.
Thanks, Starger just gave me another brownie brick.
Honestly, though, brownie bricks are going to come in real handy. But if none of them can attack at this point, is what I'm saying. They're all too far away. They're also incredibly more weak than our 74 hit point buddy is. They only have 5, so they're smalls. They're itty bitties. So, take that for what.
If they were to be in a container, say like a bag
Tupperware
or another Tupperware, could they get out of it?
I'm gonna go with most likely not. There's always the chance of them rolling a 1, in which case I kind of have to let them get out of the bag. But they are like, there are no arms, there are no legs. Like it is literally just a piece of candy corn that will bash into you hard enough to hurt you.
Okay, so
That's all it is.
I'm gonna use one half of my brownie brick.
You're gonna like get to land so you can smash it. Because if you're still in the middle of the hot fudge sea, I mean, I guess you can drop it into water. Maybe the water equivalent here.
What I'm doing yet? Let me see.
Okay.
I'm gonna use half of my brownie brick,
Okay.
Oh yeah.
a net,
Okay.
and then I'm going
Who's
to
in it?
throw it over the candy corn, and maybe Scott.
What's he doing? Hey, Scott.
Scott.
What did you play?
Scott.
He only says it like that when you
No!
played something great. What is it?
No!
Get out,
What is it?
Scott.
What did he do?
Get out.
He may have played the candy corn infestation.
Scott, you're my best friend.
Oh no.
Scott,
Let's
you're
go.
banned.
23.
You're banned.
How many? Did you say Michael Jordan many?
There's a Michael Jordan amount of candy corn in this room.
Oh, no,
Michael
not a
Jordan?
amount of-
Not Michael Jordan
amount of candy
himself
corn.
shows up.
Michael Jordan, that's over 3 fuck tons.
23. So that is 115 hit points worth. of
Scott, we're not
candy corn in
friends.
this room.
We're not friends.
I'm just happy somebody got a legendary card.
Just so you know,
Very happy.
no longer friends.
Friendship ended with Scott. I don't even know you. And our
The thing
friendship is over.
nobody played them
He
out.
plays mean
That's
cards
when,
constantly.
he does. That's fair. He supports the enemy. Thank you, Scott, though. You're my best friend. Thank you. He supports me here. It's just in Lake.
Yeah, Mal will be your friend, but I'm probably
I
the only
will-
ones who's going to be able to save the 2 of you. So
I
it's
will
fine.
happily be your friend, Scott.
Don't worry, we got a superhero. We got a superhero in here too, so it's all good.
Dope.
I'm so mad. I'm not even doing what I was doing anymore because there's no point.
But you got
I mean,
you got
look,
one you got one
Depending
netted
on
up.
how big of a net you can make, I'll let you.
No, I'm
get
not
more
doing
than
it
one.
anymore. There's no point.
Okay.
Scott ruined
Fair
it.
enough. You have 3 halves of brownie brick, by the way.
No, it's only 2.
You had a half of a
I
brownie.
used
brick
it for
left.
my stick.
Oh no, you're right. You
Not a spear,
have 2
a
halves
stick.
left. Thank you for being honest about it, because
Yeah.
I truly I forgot you made your pocket knife stick. I'm sure it'll come in handy though. I will say that is my people's turn. For the other 20, I guess I'm gonna have them all act as a pack, because to roll 23 different candy corn is
That's so much.
ridiculous. They've really only rolled well enough to get out into the open. None of them are close enough to do anything to any of you, especially now that Whiskey's under Fudge. But yeah, so you all can feel free to act again in whatever turn you may see fit.
I want to know what's going on with them circus peanuts.
Our camera zooms out of this torrential like cave area where nothing but danger lives, and fun bluey style music starts to play as we zoom to the other cave where Corn Cob eats circus peanuts alone.
Rides alone.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm sorry. I'm truly
Do not apologize
on
for what's
one.
happening right now.
So Corn Cob like has consumed maybe his, you know what, fuck it, this is the finale, his 69th peanut of the day, and it's like that moment, you know, whenever Raven would have a vision, and that's so Raven,
Yes.
and like
Yes.
the world would, it's like that, he like feels the world like kind of zoom in, and he's like, oh, but he doesn't see a vision, he just feels like the world flip, and that's how he knows that, like, okay, it's time to be powerful, it's time to get messy, it's time to make exceedingly bad decisions. So the sugar rush has hit.
For the entirety of this combat, I would like you to be able to take a +2 to everything, so your margin of success is +2. Because you're
okay.
on a sugar high, and I just think that's funny.
Oh wait, it's a +2, like,
So like when you go to roll and you tell me your margin of success is a 4, it's now a 6.
okay,
This
I just
adds
want,
2 to that number.
oh, to the margin of success. Okay, got it. Yeah.
That's how I'm
so it-
measuring everything in this fight, so it's what'll help you the most.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, go for it.
So I think Corn Cob like tunes his little ears in, and hears the fight going on, and then pulls out his like little magical hand rake, and he's like, all right, it's time to get down to business. It's time to pull up some weeds. And then the camera like watches him like stride over like a cowboy to where the fight is happening in the next room. And I think this is probably like, I don't want to say, oh yeah, he gets 3 actions this turn.
Corn
I
Cob
think
gets
just-
what he wants.
No,
Protect Corn
he's
Cob at all costs. I like to get
truly.
to the room at least, like that much.
Yeah,
is
I'm gonna
like-
get him. I think he like cowboy walks to the room, and he like cocks his little bucket hat a little bit like a cowboy hat. And I think he's like muttering his spells to himself to like remember what his spells are, while he's preparing to like rain all hell on this chunk of plastic.
I love that. Fantastic. So as you all like are doing whatever
I
you're
have a
doing, like in the
question.
fudge sitting, you see Corn Cob come out from in front of the waterfall, and just like he's never looked more majestic, ever.
This is, yeah, yeah. He's in an altered state.
I love that for Corn Cob.
Um,
Yeah.
I do a check to see if
Yeah.
I can tell where the candy corn are coming from.
Sure. Give me a mental check about it.
Hold on, I'm updating.
Man, we're doing great on cards. They thank you very much. They have almost 200 hit points worth to beat now because of Scott. So these
Thank you,
meals will
Scott.
come in great handy.
We appreciate you greatly, Scott.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't.
sorry. I appreciate you. Great.
Okay. What am I rolling?
Mental.
Okay, so I rolled a 1.
You can know anything you want about this entire room right now. There is a like sort of. It's more than a crack. It's like a very small hole about this big, probably, that they are able to squeeze through it. They're coming out in like one by one, like but very quickly progressing out of the wall.
Okay, so I'm going to use my brownie brick.
Okay.
As like, how big is the hole?
I mean, it's a good way up the wall. Like, you probably couldn't reach the top of it, but Big Red definitely could. Justin Twizzler, like, would easily be able to do it. But you're probably too short to reach the top.
Like, how big is the hole?
This wide.
Like, could
This wide, very tall.
So, like, I can't plug it up. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, no. Plugging it isn't... like, not in the sense of, like, you can just plug a hole in the ground like a shower drain, but you could block it with something fairly easily because it's not very wide.
Okay. I then am going to use the brownie brick to make something that'll block it.
Okay, what do you want to make to block it?
I have no idea.
Bubblegum.
No, see, that was my thing, was I was gonna use the brownie brick to like try and like stick it so it wouldn't so they couldn't come through.
I mean, if you want enough bubblegum to do that, I'll let you have it. It's the finale. What else are you going to use brownie brick for but a shit ton of bubblegum?
That's messy.
Even Willow would care how messy that is, and I respect the character choice because you would care how messy it is.
So
Know when to walk away.
can it be like a bubblegum net? Like,
Yeah, if you want.
I could throw it and it sticks and it like
Yeah.
blocks the hole
You can absolutely have a
so
bubblegum
that they
net.
can't come through.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll for how many of them already got through. There's 20 that are supposed to be able to come in a drove. I'll roll a d20, however many that lands on, and is how many were able to get through before you could stop them with the net.
I should have rolled 20.
No, I rolled an 11, so none of them were still trapped behind that net, which basically takes them out of your way. What in there? 11 plus 3 is 14. 14 times 5, or yeah, 14. I'm not as good at mental math as I used to be.
16? 16. 70.
14 times 5 is 70. Yep.
70 HP. So we're down to like 145 HP. It's all good.
Better than what you were at. So that, I mean, that is your action, and it was a good action. It takes out 9 enemies. So this
Fuck
is
you,
down.
Scott.
You were
Can
down
we
to-
get an F in the chat?
for Scott's
Scott?
candy corn that
For
never
Scott's
got to
candy.
live?
Actually, wait. She just. Oh, no, I don't think I have it anymore. Oh, I don't have the F bomb anymore.
Our F-bomb was apparently rejected by Twitch.
It keeps getting rejected.
It keeps getting rejected.
You just need to write fuck on
Here.
it.
Here. I'll give you a fuck chart. How about that?
Thank you, Pop-Tart. If you haven't
Yeah,
seen that
Pop-Tart.
emoji, I designed that for Adam and Diana, and it is literally a Pop-Tart box that
It's
says
so good.
Pop-Tarts on it.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing I've ever made.
So good.
Do you have more AR? Are you serious? I thought I only gave out 1, but maybe I gave out 3.
No, the only one that had a 1 was a Mountsupa.
I made a mistake. But if you want to play it, I will find a way to work more candy corn into the story. You paid for the cards. It's my job to make the cards come true. If you
Or
play it, it'll happen.
you destroy them and you can make new cards that are not
Just like a brownie brick. It plays into the story.
I support destructive habits. Do what you will. But for now, 9 candy corn down, 14 more to go. Our Tupperware boy has not taken damage. So, has everybody gone a second time or no? Corn Cob
No.
has.
Me and Allie.
Okay, yep. you and
AWAR
Allie
is
would it.
awesome. They have gifted 5 community packs, so go grab
Thank you,
your community
AWAR.
pack.
Oh, thanks, Awar.
Yeah, go get some.
Unless your name is Scott. Then no more cards for you.
Okay, Allie and Adam, or shall I say Whiskey and Big Red, what would you two like to do before my guys go again?
Go for it, Whiskey.
All right, so where's Whiskey? We don't really know. All you see are bubbles emerging from the fudge, and then you see the little swoop of his hair and his bangs covered in fudge just emerging slowly. And in his hands, he's got the baguette of Bonkin. And he emerges behind the Tupperware, and he is just gonna bonk as hard as his little arms can.
Fantastic.
Bonk that Tupperware.
Roll
Bonk
physical
it.
for me. Tax your asset for your bonk baguette.
Awesome. So that is a difference of 4, but I would like to spend 3 spirit to make that an even fuck done.
Cool. Yeah, that'll work. So as you go to hit, and you said you're going around the back. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you swing and hit, it's almost like a coughing motion. But this whole Tupperware knocks forward, and one of the gumdrops that had been laying inside the Tupperware flies out and like rolls on the ground.
Is he safe?
The little gumdrop buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. He's safe. He rolled a 7, so he's good.
And just for peace of mind, how's Sugar
Yes.
Plum throughout this?
Sugar Plum's cool. He's just like chilling at the back near the waterfall. He was one of the ones that didn't really understand that he was supposed to jump, and he just sort of walked off. But he's a sturdy dude. He's fine. It's all good.
Okay.
We've gone from 74 hit points to 67. There we go. I'm doing great on math today. Should get back to some math practice for how much I'm jamming lately.
Oh,
Yes.
wait. I forgot. Because I used the baguette of Bonkin, which is one of my assets. Does that mean I can
Yes.
also roll a d6 to add to that?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes!
I'll let you do that. Why not?
That is max! That is a 6! Hands are up! I will take a photograph.
Hell yeah.
In the little tray. I can. Oh.
Just
Okay,
prop
well-
it up for me. Perfect. I didn't see it, but I do fully believe you, so it's okay. I do know that we love some photographic evidence, though, of good rolls. But yeah, that's even better. You're down to 61 hit points for our little dude. So as you swing, not only does the gumdrop come out and roll on the ground to its safety, it just kind of like gets up and shakes it off. But I will also say that you put like the smallest of dents in the back of the Tupperware container. It is not big by any means, but it does suggest that the Tupperware can take damage.
Okay.
There we go.
Right. How far away would you? Or is Whiskey all done? Is there anything else Whiskey can do, or is that everything?
Whiskey's just gonna go, Big Red, I got him set up for the next attack!
Yeah. How far away would you say Big Red is from the Tupperware right now?
Oh, probably like 20 feet, like probably 10 feet of fudge and then 10 feet of land.
All right. Could I get over to him in like one movement?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're all
So
good.
I as Big Red's like making his way through the fudge, he flips his ice cream scoopers down, hops up on the land, and I want to see if I can jab the ice cream scoopers in the side and launch myself up on top of it, if I can.
Interesting. No, I like this. Yeah, roll for it. Let's go.
Okay, so since I'm using these to stick inside of it, can I use these in my asset?
You sure can.
Absolutely. Let's go. Ooh, taking it down. I need to go for physical. That gives me 14, 9, so that's a difference of 5.
Okay.
5 on my asset bonus. So that's 5 points from my ice cream scoopers. And as I land, I just say, "Yeah, that's right. Don't get mad. Get glad."
Nice. Down to 56, and you're on top of it now. It doesn't love that something is on top of it. and it can certainly tell, especially where whiskey is, because it does go off of scent. With you being on top of it, it is much harder to figure out what is on top of it, but obviously it can feel your weight. So because of how all this is set up, I'm gonna go with it's gonna try to get red off of it, like first things first. That is a very small margin of success for me. So I am gonna probably go with you. If you make a physical check for me, if you beat your physical check, you're able to stay on, because it's not a very big margin of success.
I needed a 14. I rolled a 12.
There you go. Yeah, you're still up fine. It is bucked around a little bit. I'm gonna use one of my attacks that I get. Where did I put the stats I need? Right here. It's fine. I'm gonna use one of mine. You take 2 points of damage just like from trying to be bucked off, like kind of trying to hold on. How many health do you have overall?
Total of 14. I'm down to 12.
Oh, yeah, you're fine right now. I just because it's my duty to remind you. You have 4 Gordon Hamsey meals currently, a spirit boost, 4 hero points. So you will have all the time in the world.
Yeah, you guys got to be in charge of updating like when you use things, because I'm trying to keep up with getting everything in there to
Getting
bonus
everything
stuff.
good. Thank you all for putting so many cards in. It will help them greatly. So yeah, that is going to be Tupperware's turn. Now I have 14 candy corn. For the sake of this, I cannot have any of them get to Corn Cob. You're too far away. I will say that there are some immediately around Willow, because you just went to plug up the hole. That only makes sense. I would say that there are probably some around Whiskey, because you went to charge the Tupperware container. Big Red also cannot be reached. You're on top of the Tupperware container, and it is quite large. I would say probably at this point, Fudge and Justin are like in the area where they could be hit. So I'm gonna roll just like to see where they would like to go. Okay, that was a nat 1. A couple hit everybody. So with their stats, they are again but wee little buds. So it's just a D4. That's all it is. Okay, so everybody takes a point of damage. Not exciting. They basically will come up to you, and it's hard to call it a run because they don't have legs, but they just roll very quickly and bash at you. With how short Whiskey is, it like hits you in the chest. For Justin Quizzer, like it's almost like trying to take out an ankle at that point. It's just he's so tall. You can see that Fudge, because I didn't give Fudge his action, I forgot. As one charges at Fudge, he is going to grab the top of it by its head and try to smash it into the ground. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's 6 points. That candy corn's dead. So go Fudge for that. So that's down to 65 hit points. Perfect. But yeah, Justin will take 1, Willow will take 1, Fudge will take 1, and Whiskey will take 1. There we go. That is all of my turns. So we're back to the top. Whoever would like to go.
Listen, once Corn Cob sees this thing, it's on site.
Let's go.
Actually, fuck it. Yeah. I think, yeah, Corn Cob saunters up, and then he's got like his little hand rake in one hand. His hat is askew. You know, like John Wayne, but not a fucking fascist.
We love to see it.
And he like flips his little hand rake, intimidatingly to this like monstrous beast, and he like swipes his little hand across the rim and goes, "All right, I think it's time for this thing to eat fresh." He runs up to meet the rest of the party, points his little hand rake at the Tupperware, and kind of, and what I want to do, Mallory, and you can tell me if this is like feasible with this Tupperware thing, is you said that there were like little bits of like green and like other things like stuck into it, right?
Yeah.
I would like, assuming this is like plant matter, like, you know, leftover like oregano from a spaghetti or something.
Yeah.
I would like to like make that. I would like what Corn Cop wants to do is like make it grow and like choke this thing.
I love that. Yeah, please do. This is using your magic, so this is a mental check for you.
Okay.
You can obviously tax your plant magic asset.
Yes. And then I also have the rake magical focus asset as well.
Yes, you do. When you do 2, I believe you're technically supposed to do 1 and 1, like just a singular point for both. But what I will let you do, because it's the finale and this is a really cool idea, is if you want to choose a dice to tax for one of them, I'll let you tax the +1 for the other automatically. And
Okay.
that means you don't have to spend a dice; you just get it.
Okay. That works. Okay. So
Don't
I
forget
will
You have my +2 as a gift for being sugar high.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I have the spirit, so I'm gonna use it. Okay, so I rolled a 14. I'm going to spend 6. No. I'm gonna spend 10 spirit to get me down to a 4, which would give me a gap of 2. I mean, it would give me a margin of success of 4, and then add 2. That's a margin of success of 6.
Perfect. Yeah, that works great.
Yeah.
What does it look like exactly when you make a plant choke a piece of Tupperware? Because I think I don't in my GMing experience, it's not something I've had to describe. So-
No, yeah. What I'm imagining is like, you know, when you let, I mean, we all have seen grass in our yard grow, and we let nature take its course, where the grass grows taller, grows wider, starts taking up other space that it didn't otherwise occupy. And so with the power of God and Circus Peanuts on his side, Corncob points his little handbrake at this thing, knowing that it's been attacking his friends. And maybe and his hands are shaking a little bit too because of the sugar coursing through his body. And like he just points the rake at the Tupperware container, and like the little bits of green start from like the little specks all throughout, and then just like grow larger and bigger until and like kind of start merging, kind of like when you kind of like in a petri dish when you see like certain like, you know, like bacteria start choking out the petri dish. That's kind of what I had in mind.
Yeah, no, I love that. As this grows inside of it, it makes that same like coughing motion, and when it goes to like expel anything, it makes the noise of like a garbage disposal. Essentially. Yes, that exactly. And as that happens, you see shreds of that oregano like shoot out of it. Not all of it by any means, but it gets out as much as it can.
Well, this thing truly is not dishwasher safe.
Oh, that's why there's still all those spaghetti stains.
I'm sorry for being late. I wanted to make sure that I was ready to fight whatever we were here to fight. I was not in the prime position to be able to do so. His tone is like a deeper, darker cadence, like the cowboy he always wished he could be.
I love this journey of growth for Corn.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy.
I feel like whiskey is going to like turn to whoever is closest, even possibly like a candy corn, the candy corn that just hit him in the stomach, and he's just gonna go, "Is that corn cob? Looks really cool."
And the candy corn just
Okay, so Willow's just gonna start taking out candy corn.
Cool.
Yeah,
And she's just gonna start jabbing with her.
Spear.
I don't care, Scott.
Do it, Scott.
You're on probation. Okay.
Scott, I will happily put. We'll make another check about it. If someone can block the hole fast enough, some of them won't get in. But we'll see. We'll see how many get in.
I only have a D8 and my Swiss Army knife.
Like that means you have a D8, a D6, and a D4 to spend.
I know.
So
I know, but if we're about to have even more people come in, I don't necessarily want to tax my asset.
you can always just use it as a +1.
I
You can
know.
always use it as a +1 without having to tax the dice.
That's what, just a physical?
Yeah, we'll call that physical. If you, depending on how big your margin of success is, that's how many candy corn you can knock out. So, like, if it's more than 5, we could just take the rest of the damage to the next one.
Okay.
We'll make it minion rules, essentially.
Then I will, I'll just add a +1, so... That's an 11, so it's only a 3.
That's all right. You got one of them, like, when you go to jab at it, you make a very big slice through its side. So it's like half of the candy corn is broken off, essentially, and just this one little side remains.
Sugar seeps out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like orange ichor, like thick sugar that they make candy corn with. It just like liquefies. as
Just
it
corn
gets-
syrup.
Yeah, it's just orange corn syrup at that point.
You're
But it's looking great. Perfect. All right, there's your turn. I believe we have Fudge will need one. Justin Twizzlerlake will need one. I'm also going to go ahead and say, oh, that's a 1 for Justin Twizzlerlake. He can do literally whatever he wants. I'm going to say, because I never made a stat card for Justin Twizzlerlake, but I imagine that his main could be used like to hurt people exponentially. So he's gonna like swing his hair like how you like flip your hair over your shoulder.
He's
but
gonna
it
fight like a
lashes-
giraffe.
Whip his hair.
He's gonna
Back and
literally
forth.
lash out and hit some candy corn, and depending on what I roll right now, because he got a 1, yeah, he's fine. He just killed 3. Just out completely. He was like, they can all die. So that is down to 50 health points between all of them, -3, so that's 47. You guys are getting them down really fast, if that makes you feel better. We went from 115 to 48. Or 47.
Oh wait, did I need to roll damage on that thing?
Basically what we've been doing, or what I've been doing for the simplicity of it, because you all had way more enemies than I thought you would, your margin of success equals your damage.
Got it. Okay, cool.
So you all are really making good headway.
Hell yeah. It just hit me that I didn't roll damage. I was like, hold on.
You're all good. I mean, I've got a sticky note up, and I'm keeping track of everybody. This is the most math I've done in a very long time.
You can thank
Oh.
Scott for that.
I mean, thanks, Scott. It made it more interesting for me. I don't really mind to do
True.
the extra math. Thankfully, subtraction's not too hard.
Ooh. Okay, Scott, I see what you played.
Is it another one? Do I get to bring in 20 more?
No, but you might be able to bring in mayor president.
Yeah, we do have 2 mayor presidents and
That's all right.
5
I'll make-
sandwich.
I'll make it worth your while. I
and
will.
2 fudge cards.
For Fudge, I'll just give him extra turns. Without like to basically try to take out more candy corn. And I'm
Jeff
gonna do
said,
those
for the
now.
record, that's not just added simplicity. Margin of success is the damage calculation.
I
You're
thought.
doing it.
Yeah, I thought I was doing it right, but then I was like, maybe I'm not. So I'll say that it's. for
That's why we
simplicity.
clarified
Actually, I
before
think
we
that's right.
started.
Look, I thank you, Jeff. I'm doing my best out here, y'all. I have not played a combat for the Vanishing Lands in a hot minute. It's fine. We're doing great. Fudge also makes both of his successes because Fudge is amazing at what he does. And so he's going to be able to take out 4 more candy corn because between those 2 attacks, he got 26 successes. I'm really good at math, I promise. All right, so that is down to 30 minus 3. You're at 27 hit points remaining between all of the candy corn. You're like literally what you're looking at right now is a litany of dead candy corn bodies. Like it's a graveyard of just candy corn bodies. So many little dead guys. A couple of the gumdrops get up on shore and they kind of just look at them, like you see them stop and stare at these dead bodies, and it almost seems like Sugar Plum and all of Sugar Plum's friends are kind of having an existential crisis about it.
I like to think that Willow is just kind of going feral.
No, I agree. I also think that's fun. Yeah, perfect. With that being said, who has not gone this round? Because I lose track very quickly, apparently.
I don't think Big Red, have you gone?
No, Big Red or
Didn't
Whiskey, I
think
don't
so.
think.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Okay. The rounds, they're morphing together. I don't have calculated trackers for each and everything.
Yeah.
It's so
to me as
amorphous.
GM.
Anything can happen.
Welcome to me as a GM. I'm normally really good at keeping track of things, but I also have Gumdrops, Fudge, and Justin Twizzler like to think about.
No.
And at least 6 or 8 or however many are left of candy corn. It's a lot of
Another 20, Scott. Let's go.
Bring it on.
Oh man.
We're going back to pack mentality. I
I
not
will
roll individually.
rage quit this game. And I literally control whether we're on stream.
That's fair. She does. She has the magic button. I don't know what to tell you. You have 6 candy corn left, by the way. I did them.
Okay. So I can tell Whiskey is going to Whiskey's gonna go ahead and take the baguette of bonkin, and I'm gonna try to like baseball swing that candy corn that hit me into the Tupperware, because I'm gonna try to take them both down at the same time.
Hell yeah.
Wait,
Okay,
are you
roll.
hitting candy corn into the Tupperware?
Yes.
You're gonna slam the lid on it?
That looks
Use that
not
spirit.
happy, Allie.
Use some spirit or hero point. Hero points are rerolls, right?
You know what?
You have so much stuff right now. Whiskey's one of the most front-loaded characters. I'm looking
yeah.
at your spreadsheet.
Oh,
you
I've been
have
sitting here waiting for this.
All the things.
I've been waiting. Are we gonna do this? I'm gonna be real stupid, okay? I'm just gonna be stupid about it.
Do it.
I rolled a 15. Physical is going to be a 12. I would like to use all 20 of my spirit points that are left
Okay.
to turn that 15 into a -5, giving me 17 difference. 17 margin of success.
I don't think we can go into the negatives.
I mean, I'll just let you do the extra damage. I don't mind if you go into the negative. Why not? It's the finale. It's 10:40 something. We're fighting Tupperware. Nothing makes
You've
sense.
unlocked my trap
Nothing's
card.
real. None of this is real. 17, is that what you
Oh.
said?
Yes, but it doesn't stop there. I would like to then cash in my 4 hero points in the spreadsheet, plus the original hero points you gave us at the beginning of the game, because I pay attention to these things. And I would like to use those to replenish said spirit points.
That's fair.
So
Technically,
that
you
is
wouldn't be
going to
going negative. You'd be raising the number you have to hit.
Either way,
Right.
still get your number.
I
So
just want to make
set-
sure that we're not going too far off of the book because we are trying to show how
No,
to play the game.
I knew that it was possible. It's just
Yeah.
numbers.
So
are-
basically,
numbers are
if
fun.
you want to add, you're basically increasing your top number. So like I have a mental of 17. So if I wanted to increase, like if I wanted to make a bigger margin, I'm going to increase that number rather than going into the
Yeah. Right. Either way.
It
Got
works.
17.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. And then you're using all of your hero points
yes,
and your spirit
Uh,
boost.
exactly. Which remind me how many a spirit boost will replenish
2.
Too.
you. So that's 4 more. Cool.
What are you
Alright.
back at now in spirit, just so I have some sort of semblance of an idea
14.
what's happening? Okay, cool. I will say that you were able to just smash a candy corn to smithereens because you took a baguette to it. So that one's super dead. And then we will take the other 12 off of the Tupperware, which means that it is down to 38. Y'all are doing great. And Big Red, I believe it is up to you now.
Yeah.
Who's still on
yeah.
top of the Tupperware.
Hero point. What did we say? Hero point can be used for everything. You do for
A
this?
hero point is essentially you can improve
You can
things which you all don't have enough to do right now. You'd have to have 10. But to restore things, you can either restore a die type, half of your maximum health, or 2 of your spirit.
Gotcha.
Or you can use it to like make new assets or like story things and that
Cool.
sort of thing. And that's like a cost I negotiate with you.
Okay. Because I climbed up here, I'm sitting there. Big Red is sitting there trying to stay balanced. He again flips those scoopers down, and I want to jam them to stick them inside the top of the Tupperware.
Sweet.
Because I kind of like one of those things where you stick into something like you see in the cartoons,
Amber, I
and then you
love
can control it.
They remind me
can
of the rock climbing picks that you like
Yeah,
jam into walls.
the-
That's
yeah,
what I
the-
think of your scoopers as.
Yeah, like a pitten, whatever you call them.
That's why they're
Exactly.
so pointy, because he spent so much time trying to climb with
Perfect.
them that he
He sharpened them himself.
he sharpened them.
on accident.
Yeah, so let's see what we get here, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, let's make it good, baby. Oh, that's a 2. Okay.
Whoa!
Can I spend? Okay, so all right, that'll be a 2 for physical. That gives me a total of a 12.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Margin of 12. You know what?
Plus 2 fuck
Allie,
tons.
Almost
Allie,
fucked up.
I'm loving what you're doing here. I'm gonna go ahead and spend the rest of my spirit 15 points to add to damage for that as well too.
Okay.
So
that's-
15 plus 12 is 27, correct?
Okay. Yeah, it sure is.
27 points of damage as I just jab right into the top of the Tupperware thing. And then I'll use my hero points to back up me on my spirit and my spirit boost as well.
Cool.
So I got 2 spirit boosts and a total of 4 hero points. That gets me a total of 12 spirit back.
Perfect. I
27
that's
points of damage to that thing.
Okay, so you're getting rid. You're using all your spirit boosts.
And all my hero points.
And all your hero points. Okay.
Perfect. All right. Yeah, that'll work. Man, you all are coming in clutch with these Gordon Ramsay meals. I gotta hurt people just so they're worth it. Big Red has 7. So I should get on that. All of you have gone, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, Fudge has gone, Justin has gone. Our little gumdrop buddies are having their own existential crisis. I will see if they do anything else though. The gumdrop buddies are not rolling well today. That's an 18, by the way.
They're
Just-
probably traumatized from
Oh, they certainly
seeing
are.
all of the dead candy.
Not only did they walk off a cliff without knowledge that they were going to fall at least 30 feet, and then once they were finally able to make their way out of Fudge, when they're gumdrops and have no strength whatsoever, like they can kick their way out, but it took a while. And now when they come up ashore, there are a litany of dead corpses that all are spilling out cornstarch at an alarming rate and are all laying there motionless, some of which are cut in half or stabbed or anything like that. I would
Or
imagine they're
exploded.
scarred for life. I certainly would be at that point. But now it is time for my bad dudes. I'm very excited about it. So here's Tupperware. I'm going to say that this, depending on how, oh yeah, that's beautiful. That's a 5. With this motion, it essentially is, it still feels the weight of you on top of it, Big Red, which is a huge problem at this point. It's not easy to get the lid open, anything like that. So it is going to jerk itself forward as hard as it can. I need physical from you. You're going to be negatively affected by, let's go with 3. It's running off pure adrenaline at this point. Strength is not the problem.
That is a 3.
So like plus my 3, it's a 6.
Is a 6 and my physical's a 14.
Yeah, no, you're fine. This is
Hey, Hey, Scoopy Dooper's right inside this thing holding the lid on, man. Let's go.
This is ridiculous. All right, it still lets me attack Whiskey though with how I'm going for this because you're closest. You just said you hit it with the bonking baguette.
Mhm.
So it is going to lunge for you and land on top of like it is going to lunge and try to smack down on you, essentially to cartoon style squish you to the floor.
Okay.
I am going to tax my asset, which is called. Oh, this one I just called Stomp. I've not had the chance to use my other two yet because there's a creature on top of me, and I've been stabbed with ice cream scoopers.
Pointy ice cream scoopers.
That's going to be 7 damage to Whiskey.
All right.
You can feel free to negate that if you wish.
Oh, you know I'm going to, because how many meals do I have? I have
You
4.
currently have you have 6 meals at this point.
I'm gonna eat all of them. Well, I don't need to eat.
You don't need
all
it.
of
You,
them.
I was gonna say, you
but-
don't need all of them. You can have 4 and you'd be fine. Cool. Great. So like it hurts really bad, but all you have to do, like as it stomps on your tail, you're able to pull yourself out. And outside of like in your satchel, you have a bunch of sandwiches and like to-go chips and hummus and things like that Gordon was so lovely to prepare for you all and was like it was all at the festival. You all basically just took it there. But
I feel like there's like easy things to eat, and yet Whiskey's hand just reaches in and just pulls out like mashed potatoes. And like,
honestly, yeah, that tracks. That's exactly it. Yeah.
You could eat the
Everything-
nice sandwich in the
Mhm.
thing, but you're just like mashed potatoes.
There was in fact a whole like crock pot situation of mashed potatoes at the festival. When anybody went to go get extras, the whole crock pot was gone and no one knew what happened. And when Whiskey just took the whole thing. It's in your bag.
Whiskey just made off with the crock
You look
pot.
over and
Took
crock
the
pot.
inside out of the crock pot and then just
Yeah.
left.
Just
what?
And
That's
just an
stupid.
update, Whiskey, you have a brownie brick, and Corn Cob, you also have a brownie brick.
Is it bad that I just want to be extra and like use it to make more mashed potatoes?
you do what you want. You do
Brownie bread.
whatever you
Brownie
want.
bricks. Brownie bricks
Also
make
spent a
everything.
brownie brick for Willow, and I spent a brownie. I also spent a hero point for Willow.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I haven't caught up. I got it. Yes, thank you.
No, that's beautiful and wonderful, and I love that. Of our few candy corn dudes that we have left, not a lot. They're slowly dwindling. We've got our little half buddy still running around, and we have 4 other ones. So
Our
we're-
half buddy.
we're
Is it like a headless chicken?
essentially you like carved from here and like through its chest. It's bleeding cornstarch or like corn syrup very quickly, and it's running around sort of panicked and leaving that trail of corn syrup wherever it runs. So it's just orange blood everywhere that it runs. You caused this, not me.
I love it. I love it.
You described it.
I did, and I think it sounds awesome. They rolled a 7, so they will be able to go kind of do their thing. I'm going to say that all of them have kind of gone up to Willow just because you just like murked half their friends. The other half can't get in. This poor dude is running around bleeding out. So I'm going to go with that. So that is 6 damage for you. You can obviously choose to negate that if you would like.
I'm just gonna take it and then eat some Gordon Ramsay meals.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
So that is all of my guys' turns. We're back to top of round. Whoever would like to go.
I'm going to go feral again. Because they
Perfect.
attacked me. And I'm going to do a D8. Why not?
Hell yeah.
So 4. So that'll take my physical up to 17.
Awesome.
9. Okay. Sorry. This dice set has 2 d20s and one's really hard to read, and for some reason that's the one I picked up. So that was a 9. So 6 is my margin of success.
Perfect. All right. And you were going towards candy corn again, correct?
Yes.
Would you like to finish off small dude that's running around horrified?
Yeah.
Cool. Great. I will let you do that and take out another one. So we're looking at 3 left that are running rampant. They feel the 3 of them again have no like way of communication, but seem frazzled between the 3 of them in knowing they came in with a very large number and they are the only survivors.
So I like to think that Willow, beret askew, is just got hot fudge and like now she's got yellow or orange like sticky stuff all on her fur, and she's just really mad because all she wanted to do was get her patches and now she's not able to, and she's just gone feral and she completely stabs the half mutant one running around, and then like flips it above her head and then goes and then stabs another one, murmuring about something about patches. You can't quite tell what she's saying, but the only thing you catch is patches.
Patches. I love it. It's so funny. Oh. All right. Who would like to go next?
Whiskey will go.
Fantastic. What would Whiskey like?
Hell yeah.
All these potatoes, it's the carbs have converted. We've carb loaded, and now we're ready to go. So he is going to. I think he probably like with that like last hit with the baguette of bonkin. I feel like he needs a bit of a change. So he'll like do a little like sheath, and he shoves his hands into his pockets, and when they emerge, they are in his baking mitt knuckles, and he is just going to run up and start wailing.
Perfect. You give me your physical check.
Let's do it. Come on, physical. Son of a bitch.
Doing great.
Are you wailing on the Tupperware or candy corn?
Tupperware.
Nice. Tupperware.
Left.
I can't
What'd you
believe I'm saying this. It's not going to be worth it to spend points for this. I rolled a 19.
Happens.
I feel
Yes,
like he's
yes,
learning
yes.
that like he put them on backwards and they're just kind of like little pillows.
Yeah.
So I guess he will basically have to spend a turn putting them back on the correct way. That is Whiskey.
And that's okay.
Over
It
and
happens
out.
to all of us. You're doing great. Anyone else would like to go? I can always deploy. We can deploy Fudge and Justin whenever you all would like.
How many candy corns do we have left?
3.
3? Okay. I don't even want to like I still want to be casting the spell, I guess, but I want to like at least pierce. Like just rake a couple of these like candy corns that are flying around.
Cool. I'll totally let you do that. And because I again think it's a very cool idea that you're holding the spell while you're doing this, give me a mental check and a physical check.
Okay.
Mental check is to keep a hold of the spell. Physical check is to wipe out candy corns.
Okay, I will spend 2 spirit to bring that down to a pass on that mental check. So my margin of success total would be 3. Okay, so wait, I spent 15 and then okay. Yeah, my margin of success will be 3 on that mental check. And then you said physical for the swipey?
Yes.
Okay. And then I roll the magical focus with it. The asset
Yes.
with it.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so I rolled. Oh shit. Oh, okay, yeah. That is a margin of success of 6, and then on the d12 I rolled a 3.
That'll make it a 9.
Yeah, that's a 9. Yeah, these little dudes are not doing great. One of them is literally like just this like one little chunk of him that can roll around. It's like a little quarter of the candy corn. He's not having a fun time, and he's just sort of almost, I think he's just choosing to play dead at this point. Like, he's just gonna let himself bleed out and be like, I'll just be right here if anybody
I
needs
feel
me.
bad.
They're sentient candy corn. They want nothing good for this world. They were just here to fuck your shit and leave. So I wouldn't feel bad if I were you. And then there's one lone candy corn. He was standing near you and just watched his friends get annihilated and is not having a good time. So I believe that he is probably going to head back towards the hole in the wall, but Willow has blocked it. So he has no clue what he's doing.
Did Guildmaster Scott just
Yeah,
do it?
Scott played another candy corn infestation card, but
Oh
if
my
they're
God.
trying to come through that hole, they fucking can't because I blocked it up with bubblegum.
Okay, so here's what I'll do for that. Again, it was paid for, Scott. I appreciate you. This is awesome. What I will do is I will say that hole they cannot get in through, and whatever I roll on this dice is the amount that tried to get through that hole. Whatever number is left is what got through somewhere else. Yeah, fair enough. You're not gonna like what I say next.
That's fine.
19
We also
got-
need to take a break because we haven't taken one.
That's true. We'll go ahead and take a break. I will add all of these candy corn to the
Oh
tracker.
boy.
We'll see what happens when we come back. See y'all in a few minutes.
Okay, we're back.
Hey, what's up? We got corn. We got some little candy corn buddies to fight. So I rolled off of screen to determine what happened with those. It would have been that 16 were able to get through in another way that was not the net. 4 would have been trapped automatically. I went ahead and gave Fudge and Justin their turns to save some time, and they were able to eradicate some too. So now we're down to 10 out of the new infestation. We had 1 left from the old one, and this little guy that does not know what to do with himself. Our Tupperware guy has 8 hit points. What would
And-
everyone like to do?
Well, Big Red gotta go, you know.
Yeah,
So,
do it. thing.
Big Red, he's got them scoopers in, and he wants to twist them. He's going, and you know what? And for flavor too, you just see crawling up Big Red, like you just see Bug comes over on his head and just goes, "Phew," and like lands and is gonna try to do a slam
love
on
that.
top of the Tupperware.
Snail slam.
Snail slam. Let's go.
Slam, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, roll for Bug for me.
Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Takes it down to a 7 from a 14. Plus 1 spirit. Gets us 8.
Gets us 8.
Fuck ton plus 1. All right.
But 10
And plus 1 thanks to the bug.
So as Bug does this, it is like it becomes slowly clear, and it only happened a bit at a time, so it was almost unnoticeable. But like with every hit, this Tupperware has become dented. The lid has cracked in half. It is just not. It like for every bit and purpose, it truly looks like a Tupperware has aged over the last few minutes. Like all of a sudden, it is 30-year-old Tupperware. And as Bug flips down and slams into the lid, you see the whole thing crumble and break. So with that smash of a snail, the lid splinters and fractures and pops apart. The base of it is squashed under the weight of the bits of lid that were left. The few little gummy drop boys that were still inside of it skitter out and kind of run in opposite directions. And the last of the oregano that it was choking on from corn cob just goes to the ground and sort of like fades apart, almost like disintegrates back into the ground it came from. And you now have no Tupperware boy to fight. You have 11 candy corn, and that's it. So whoever would like to go for it.
Willow is going to stab again. But
Cool.
while she's stabbing, she's going to yell to Corn Cob. You remember the fountain?
Like I remember the Alamo.
Fantastic. All right, so you go ahead and give me your physical. I'm assuming that afterwards I will be getting a check from Corn Cob about a bomb.
Okay, that is... My physical's a 13. I rolled a 4.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's add 1 spirit just to make it a nice 10.
I love that you have all of this stashed away, and you're like, yeah, 1's cool. But no, that's fine. That
I mean, I
gives
could
you
raise it
2
more. Should I raise it more?
I mean, how long do you want to fight candy corn? That's like
Okay, I'm
that's
gonna
a good
add
question.
5 and make it 2 metric fuck
15?
tons.
Fantastic. That's 2 metric fuck tons plus 1. So you wiped out 3 of them. So we're down to 10. No, that can't be right.
We had
11
10.
minus 3?
So if I took out 3, we've got 7.
Correct. You've got 7. I'm really good at math. Don't worry about it. But yeah, if anybody else would like to go, you now have like 7 little guys. Some of them are like stumbling over the bodies of other candy corn, which I can only imagine is just not good for your mental health. But they're like running around doing their thing. A couple of them go after Justin. And I'll just go ahead and yeah, no, Justin's not doing well. They like climb up and start to bash into Justin. I'm gonna see how much damage he takes, but he rolled a 20, so he's not doing well. Oh, he only takes a few. Justin is down like 3 hit points. Not a big deal. and like all of you will go, and then I will do the rest of their destruction.
Okay.
Are we rolling for a bomb? Is that next on my list?
Yeah. Well, okay, here's the thing.
Okay.
I don't know how to throw this bomb without harming everyone.
Let's see where people are positioned. I'm just gonna like make a quick look check about it, because why not?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good number. I would say that there is probably like a small portion of land where at least a few of them are running through that is probably out of blast radius of everybody else. If you're close, I'm probably gonna have you make a check about it, but it's not that you'll take a ton of damage. It's more that it's funny than anything else.
Yeah, I think Corncob, like, takes one of his little seed bombs, and, like, while he's still maintaining the spell, he, like, lights the fuse on the seed bomb with the spell, and then, like, just sorry, Adam, your laugh was...
I'm just excited. This is great.
It was just so cute. Yeah, and he like just rolls the bomb over to like ideally like a little bowling ball, and just rolls it until it gets into the section of candy corns.
Perfect. Roll me physical, and then like obviously tax your asset.
Yeah, hold on. My asset is a D10.
There you go.
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna I'm gonna spend 8. Nope. Yes, I'm gonna spend 8 spirit to bring it down to a pass. Okay, hold on. So, what's 13 minus 8? 7? Yes.
Yep.
No.
We're going at 5.
You
5.
There you go.
have
There.
4 spirit boost right now, and so that is 8.
And 7 hero points. So you're doing great.
Okay. Sick. All right, and then I need to tax, and then so my margin of success is now 2, plus 2 is 4, and then I got a 5 on the D10, so 7.
Okay, cool. And then do you want to spend any spirit on top of that?
Fuck it. Add 3 more spirit
Okay, so 10.
for an even 10.
All right, that'll take out 2 of them.
Hell yeah.
So as you throw this bomb, they both sort of stop and look at it. They've never seen anything like this before. And so on either side of this little seed bomb, you just see 2 candy corns stop and kind of look down, and that's when it explodes. And so these 2 little candy corn guys are eviscerated, and it's like confetti rains everywhere. But there's 2 of them down. 5 more to go.
Oh, I got this. Leave this one to me. And Whiskey is going to start to run towards the closest area, towards the exit. And I feel like he's going to like grab Willow by the hand as well. And in the other hand, he is going to ring his butter bell to call butterflies to distract the remaining candy corn.
Yeah, that'll totally work. As you run and ring the bell, a like gluttony of butterflies come in through the waterfall. So all of a sudden, you just see like hundreds of butterflies flood through the waterfall and are taking up like the entirety of the ceiling of this cave. A couple of them like just one dive down and will whip around kind of to try to get Candy Corn to follow them. But the rest are sort of waiting to be told what to do. There you go. You have 100 butterflies at your disposal now. Do with that what you will.
Oh yeah.
why not?
Okay. I think before Whiskey keeps going, he is going to now that he is within dad joke distance of Willow, he's gonna point to where the Tupperware was and goes, "Yes, he's all tuppered out."
Tuppered out.
And yeah, we'll continue to try to run towards the exit.
Please. Yep, perfect. And the exit is not hard for you to see. There is like a part of the back wall pretty far off of where that you fought the Tupperware, but it like is sort of a round opening that is kind of the only way out of this place minus the waterfall.
Right.
And so if you came in at the waterfall,
All right.
really you
To the Hobbit hole we go.
Yeah, to the Hobbit hole you go. All right, and so all of them are distracted. 5 more left. Fudge is gonna go ahead and take his turn because why not? Oh, that's beautiful. That's a 1. Fudge is ready to kick ass at this point. Yep, perfect. So he pushes up at his fur that almost makes it look like he's like pulling on the gloves that are not really there, but is like the pattern in his fur. And he kind of looks up at Gerald and nods, like Gerald is supposed to know what that means. And all of a sudden, Gerald dive bombs onto somebody, like just onto a candy corn, and eviscerates it. Just smashes it into the ground. Gerald's a cold-blooded murderer. And Fudge takes 2 more of them and just throws them at the ground in opposite directions, and they all smash. So he has taken out 3. We're down to 2 candy corn dudes. Willow and Whiskey are headed towards the exit. If anybody else is left in this round, please.
Did we find what we were looking for in this room?
That's fair. Whiskey, did you ever grab that spoon?
Oh yeah.
I was about to say, I think you picked it up at the beginning or the end of last episode,
that's right.
but just to make sure. But yeah, so the spoon is in hand.
Perfect. Yeah, I see them start to turn tail, and I'll start running after them, and I'll just take my scoopers and like try to stab the final 2 candy corns as I'm running past.
Please do. I would love that.
All right, let's go. Here we go. Physical. Let's see. Total.
Correct, Mama Cat.
Total 5 of them, right? I'll needed 2 for an actual hit. I'll spend 10 of my spirit. Boom, to get me down to a 6. Margin makes it an 8.
Okay.
Already taxed that. Already taxed you as well too. Could you know what? The only thing I don't think I've actually taxed yet. As I'm running past, I stab the 2. Can I just whip my cape so I can like smack the other one, see if I can at least cause a couple other points of damage and take these bitches out?
Keep in mind, even if you've used all of your die types, you can still use the asset and get a +1.
Yeah. You just can't use the dice for it anymore. Or you can use a hero point because you wiped all those out already. I was about to say you have plenty. You can just
I'll use I'll say can I use 2 assets?
You sure
work?
can. Yep,
So
if you want to use a +1 for each, you can totally do that.
Okay, so I'll do asset for 1 to get 1 additional hit point with a scooper, and then on the other end, as I'm stabbing it, Bug is like right there and bites it. So then that gives me a total of 10 points to take the other 2 out then, I guess.
That's awesome. So as you do that, the other 2 fall back toward the ground and immediately become just puddles of corn syrup that bleeds orange with little bits of yellow swirl in it from being so freshly annihilated. And now you all are out of combat. There is no reason more to fight in this room. There is the Hobbit hole toward the back. Whiskey has the spoon. And now it's just a bunch of broken plastic and dead candy corn bodies just laying around.
Is the plastic like able to be put into bits?
If you want to do that, I'll let you do that.
Is it recyclable?
Sure. Why not?
I thought you were going to use it as shrapnel.
I thought you were too. I immediately thought that's where this was going. And then you said, is it recyclable? And I was like, I don't understand anymore. But yeah, why not?
No, well, my thought process was, can this possum carry a big container by himself? No. What about in bits? Yes.
Yeah. For sure.
It's fair. We don't want to pollute the land with more plastic.
Yeah. Well, and with him owning like the flower shop,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, with one more like cowboy tip of his hat, he's uses his little rake to like break the plastic container into bits and then starts putting the like the pieces of plastic in his little possum pouch so he can later recycle it and gain experience points.
Yes, you can, for sure. I will happily allow that.
So I don't remember what all of the tale told about the utensils.
The book that was read to Whiskey as a child said that if you had like the 3 magic utensils, that Bread Excalibur would be able to be like known to you, essentially. You all have now collect all 3 of those. Like you have all 3. You found one in the room with the circus peanuts, one in the long hallway room with the Parma Violet everywhere, and then one here. So now I assume as Corncob is fixing or like taking care of the plastic, that you all will probably all head toward the little hobbit hole room because it's the only like easy option to get to. And so as you all head through there, it is it's like a huge cavern on the other side. Like this room you thought was big. It's quite large, quite echoey. This is every like, for your reference, not exactly your characters, but like for every cult movie you've seen where there's like a giant cave with like a pedestal in the middle that's like absolutely where people perform ritualistic sacrifice, it is that sort of room. In the middle of this room, it's like the only light comes through from a hole in the ceiling that leads to like just, you can see sky up above and not much else. But that pinprick of light leads down and illuminates one pedestal in the center. Right now it looks empty, but the rest of the room is fairly shrouded in darkness, and has like a little winding path that will take you down to the center.
How's everyone feeling after all that?
Lilla's
Y'all
just
doing all
standing
right,
there
partner?
breathing very heavily and like still has a death grip on her stick. She's just like
Willow's not doing well.
not handling it well.
Whiskey, oblivious, just like spits out a little bit of like chocolate fudge that's like still in his mouth. Like, and he looks over to Willow and goes, "So, wait, do you think we can like get a badge for that?"
And you hear from behind you guys as well too, because everybody ran forward and be like, "Oh yeah, you did great. Of course you're gonna be getting badges. I'm sorry I missed all that. I actually tripped when I was going through the falls and I got stuck up top. It sounds like Big Red was a big help, but absolutely, Willow, like, you know what, you're gonna get tons of badges as one of your new badge leaders. I got Saving Friends patch, Important Questions to Get to Know Somebody patch, Bravery patch, Smart patches, Fighting Candy Corn patches as well too. Oh yeah." Oh, I think I pulled a hammy coming down that waterfall. Oh my goodness, that really hurt. You all okay? Is everybody doing all right? Sorry it took me so long to get back down here to everybody.
Big Red, you should have been here. There was Big Red.
Oh, yeah. Was he
Can
here?
I do a mental check?
You can absolutely do it. Feel free.
Hearing Whiskey say it out
Yeah,
loud.
absolutely. You just said it out loud, for sure.
And the like the
We'll have
pause.
to make one too if
Yeah.
you had to. It just correct that maybe in these final moments someone would finally figure it out that's not Fudge. Fudge literally is standing in like the back of the pack behind Whiskey and just looks around Whiskey to Big Red, says not a word, but just looks at you.
I did get a fuck ton.
Okay.
I have got no spirit to stop it.
Yeah, no stand.
Unless I roll like a 1 or something, but that's all I got.
So I think Willow's eyes get real big and she just kind of looks at Big Red.
Does
Big
anybody
Red.
else clock it besides Willow?
And like
She's not
doesn't
doing that.
say anything, and then she just kind of like turns back away from him, but she just like nods her head like it makes sense. Like it makes sense.
I rolled a nat 1.
Hey! You know all the things. Corncob is a lost power of the universe in one goal. Like, not only do you know everything.
You know,
Yeah.
Anything you want.
all of the things.
Corncob, like in the final moments of his sugar rush, looks at Big Red, considers his own alter ego that happens when he has a sugar rush, and then goes, "Well, partner, I think I know what you are. You're my friend."
That is the most wholesome thing I've ever heard in my life.
You know, take it. Whiskey still hasn't figured it out yet. Good. Good.
So Whiskey, tell you what I rolled in a second. Whiskey says that, and his eyes lower, and he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out the little journal he's been keeping with all of these like conspiracy notes about Big Red. And on a list, he moves, turns the page over, and if you were to look at this little notebook, it would say possible suspect, and it has a list of names at the very top. It says Big Red. And Whiskey looks at the list, looks up at Big Red, looks down at the list, looks up at Big Red, takes out his pencil and marks Big Red's name off the list. My mental is 16 and I rolled 17. I have 14 spirit left. But I think it's better this way. I would love for the person.
Everyone but Whiskey figures it out.
I think, yes, Whiskey, who was the one who's like, it's my goal. I'm gonna figure it out. Whiskey,
Oh my
the
goodness.
only one who had a hunch. Whiskey, the one who was suspicious of Big Red at the beginning, is the only one who doesn't finally put it together.
Oh my god.
Love
I'm
it.
And he closes the notebook, puts it away, and looks up at the sky and goes, "One of these days I'll get you. And one of these days I'll be just like you."
Oh man. So
It's like the
funny.
most wholesome version of Syndrome that could have ever happened.
Oh
Like the
God.
little kid that follows
Oh my
Bob
goodness.
Parr around and he's like, "I know who you are someday." And then years later is like, "You're Mr. Incredible." And the guy's like, I have a real, it took you
Oh,
this long to
goodness.
just so much. No,
I'm
Whiskey
obsessed with
reminds
this
me of
table.
the most wholesome Syndrome. I really am too, and I don't know why tonight's the finale because I'm so sad about it. Because you all are just wonderful. So as you all travel down to the small pedestal in the middle, what looks empty now you all can see has some sort of piece of paper on top of it. It's laid flat, so you can't really see what it is until you approach fully. But once you are there, you see that it is an envelope, and it just says, like the address is "To my friends."
Ooh.
Okay, cool. So you pick it up, open the envelope, and because you're the one that picked it up, there is no check that you need to do for this, but you would recognize your scout leader's handwriting. And it goes basically to say, "To my dear friends, I have been the keeper of these caves for as long as I can remember, and knew that someday someone would need to go in. Please know that I have done nothing but root for you all since the very beginning and was happy to help you all find each other at the festival. It means so much to me that the four of you would take on such a journey like this, and those deserve whatever they might find here, but so does my fellow scout leader and the best runner of Possum Blossoms that this town could have ever asked for. I've left all of you presents. Please know that you all have something special waiting for each of you. You will only be able to see your own before you touch it, so don't worry about taking the wrong one. When you have all of your items in hand, put the utensils into this pedestal. You'll see what you're looking for, and then you can come find me back in town. My biggest congratulations and all of my respect, Sandwich." So as you all look around, you all can now each see one item. If you look closely at Fudge, he also seems to see something. And so as each of you go around to pick yours up, I would like to let you know what you get. So Big Red, when you go, sort of look off to the side, you see what looks like a pint of ice cream sitting on the floor. If you would go to pick that up, it looks like it is the brand that you buy for the shop, mint chip to be specific. And when you open this pint, nothing is inside, but like a rush of frosted green air comes out and encircles you before it disappears. You now have ice cream magic as an asset. And can use it at any time you wish. It is going to be a D12 asset, so you have D12, D10, D8, D6, and D4 to use at any point you'd like.
Wow! Ice cream magic!
Next, we will go to Corncob. So Corncob, as you look around, you see on the ground, a pretty far distance away from where Big Red is. If you glance over, you don't see anything in his hands until he grabs it and can see the ice cream pint, but never see the wind come out of it. So it just looks like he's picked up a carton. But when you look around, you see what looks like a bag of fertilizer on the ground. So if you would go to look at it and pick it up, what is your dye type in your plant magic?
A D8.
Okay, you now have a D10 and a D12. As you pick up this magic fertilizer, all of you can see now a burlap sack in Corncob's hands. And immediately what happens is it looks like the bottom busts out of it and it all starts to fall to the ground. But as that magic fertilizer gathers around your feet, it's almost like that goes into you, like you are what's planted in that. And your plant magic is now 2 dye types better.
I love you so much.
My little baby.
For Fudge, you all obviously cannot see what is happening, but you can watch him walk off. And what he picks up is a bird cage. It is gold and ornate, and
Wrap Gerald forever.
it like has the like drippings and stuff almost that looks like melted ice cream, and on top of it where the hook is, the hook comes out of a banana split. This is a new home for Gerald, and along with it, Fudge and Gerald get to have a psychic connection now, and so they can speak to each other whenever they would like.
They speak banana.
Yeah, pretty much. They speak banana. Fudge knows the language, honestly. Banana phone. That I literally don't have a banana phone right now.
Rafi.
Hell yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Ring, ring, ring. Ring, 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 ring.
Banana phone.
Banana phone.
Doobie-doobie-doo.
Whiskey. As you see, like, the 3 of them pick up their objects, you kind of understand something that you must be looking for now. And like everybody else's, it's on the ground. You walk a bit away from the pedestal. Yours is probably the farthest. But it's a small object, so would you like to like sit on the ground with it, or would you bend over and pick it up?
Bend over.
Okay. So as you bend over, like the closer you are to it, the more in focus the book title becomes. It is a small storybook of the story of Bread Excalibur that you had as a child. This version has a gold spine on it, and the title itself is in gold too. As you pick it up and thumb through the pages, everything that you see on it comes to like life in front of you. So you all can see him pick up the book, and it's not like fully out there, but it's almost floating ethereally above pages. Like it almost looks like a movie as you flip through the book and everything in like in front of you like that. So with this, Whiskey also will gain magic of a type. But this magic is very specific to stories. So it is story magic. And it is related to all of the stories that Whiskey grew up on, that Whiskey holds very dearly, starting with the story of Bread Excalibur.
How do raccoons vomit?
Hold on. Do raccoons throw
Vomit.
up?
I'm sure they vomit.
Yes. Oh. Mostly when they have rabies.
Willow now has rabies. She contracted it from the candy corn.
So that just leaves Willow. And so as you like look around, you can see everyone pick up their objects. They become solid in people's hands. And your object is quite small, so it takes a minute to find. But when you do, you can see on the ground a very small, circular embroidered object. It is a patch. This patch has a heart in the middle, and then like rays coming out of it, almost like rays of sun. And it is sort of the ultimate patch. It is the patch for the adventure crew member that has done it all. When you have this patch, you have a permanent boost to your mental score, and you are going to get a permanent +3.
She's the smartest person ever.
Yeah. Willow is a genius.
I have
Oh my god.
Yep. So unless I give you negatives to something, you're pretty much smart enough to do anything. Now, if I give you negatives, that's not my fault, because I gave you this instead. So when you get mad at me next season because I gave you like a -4 to something, I want you to remember this moment and be like, well, she gave me that up front, so I guess it's fine.
It's like once you figured out that Big Red was Big Red,
I unlocked all of the secrets.
That was the last
absolutely
patch, the
everything
last
else.
secret patch.
That was all you needed. Yep, that was all you needed.
It just went like a
amazing.
full, a beautiful mind, like
Yeah.
seeing
Oh
the
my God.
calculations.
Yep. So all of you now have your special objects. For those that are like, well, they didn't get to use them this season, we have plans down the line. They will be able to use them at some point, I promise. But now that all 5 of you have your presents, there is now the matter of turning back to the pedestal, and you do see, like, with the envelope in the center, it's sort of a triangle of places where you can put things. I believe Whiskey is carrying all of them, unless something
Yes.
was passed off to somebody at some point.
He's got
So
'em all.
you feel free to go ahead and put those in their places. They are very easy to kind of tell because each utensil glowed in a different color. So
I
you
was
just
gonna say,
have to
if they're
match
not,
the colors.
Willow's gonna be right there with her new mind powers and be like, I can solve this.
any puzzle that I've ever given in my entire life. But yeah, you feel free to go ahead and put those in there. And as you do, the whole cavern shakes a little bit, not in like a dangerous way of like it's going to crumble in, but in a way that suggests something in the room is changing. All of you that are now looking at the pedestal, take a step back as the pedestal itself breaks open. And inside of the pedestal is Bredscalibur. It is a sword that glints very much so, like the blade almost acts as a mirror. The handle of it looks exactly like a bread knife, and along the hilt of it looks like pats of butter, like one on each side. So you all now have Bredscalibur in whatever way.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Ever-Ready Bread Knife.
Perfect. And I will give you stats for Bredscalibur. It will be considered an asset, and for my purposes, I will be considering it a team asset. So it's not for one of you; it's for whoever's holding it at the time.
I was
Essentially.
really
It's not
hoping
like
you were
a
about to
permanent
tell us it
thing.
was a sentient talking sword that would be
It's
serving
not.
as its own
Oh my
character.
god. Mine would have been blown.
Maybe in season 2 we play a mystery that then ends in some portion. There is sentience to Bredscalibur, but for right now, it is just a sword that will be considered like a team asset of sorts. Whoever is holding it at the time gets the boost of Red's caliber. But with that, and if anyone would like to do anything in this room, please feel free. And then I'll do a little flash ahead.
Whiskey's gonna want to.
Whiskey?
Willow's gonna want to go home.
No, that's fair. It's been a long day. Your children, your bedtime is normally much earlier than what it is now. So as you all travel, like the camera kind of cuts and does one of those time lapses and watches you all journey back through the forest all the way to town. Night has fallen so long ago, and the whole town is extremely quiet. You can hear sort of the bits and bobs of little creatures flying about. Some of the butterflies left the cave with you and now like circle through the city and kind of dive in between buildings, almost in like a beautiful moment of perfect peace in town. And as you all approach town square, there is a single figure that is sat at a picnic bench, and that is Sam Witch. As he sees you all approach, he looks extremely happy to see the five of you, all of you having your gifts. Willow, your patch has magically gotten onto your vest, and you certainly didn't attach it, but it's right beside your name. Not where all of your other patches would be, but beside your name and above your troop number is this one patch. And you know, without anybody having to say it, although when you ask him, I'm sure he will remind you that you are the only Adventure Crew Scout to ever have this badge. He looks to all of you. I am so proud. And I know you probably read the note, but I'm happy I could get you all together at the festival. It's great to have a new co-leader of the Adventure Crew kiddos, and maybe it is time that I pass the hat of a sort to a new keeper of the caves. And with that, he takes off his like very tiny little hat. It is minuscule. He is an ostrich, and he puts it on top of Corncob's bucket hat.
Double hatception.
Corncob just like looks up as if he could see the hat on top of his, and he's like, "I'm never." Hold on, wait. That's Sugar Rush, Corncob. I'm never washing my head again.
Well, Corncob, there's not really anybody I know better than you to take care of the caves. I know that you really like circus peanuts, and that's like half of it. But
Yeah, they're good.
there are beings that live there. Some are nice, some are not. But you're a very caring creature, and I think they need a caring creature. And I'll obviously teach you how to do everything, but it's a pretty simple job. If you wouldn't mind to take it. Obviously, I don't want to volunteer you for something you're not up for, but
You didn't draw Corncob with knees, I don't think. So he can't genuflect.
well, you can't see it behind the apron.
But he like drops to one knee and he's like, I will make sure that I do you proud. Sam, thank you for this honor. I'm just a humble possum lad, and I will uphold this honor with all of my might. But I might actually eat all of the circus peanuts.
That's okay. That's your right. Those are your caves now. You do what you want. There used to be like bramble bushes of like those candy dots in there, like the really big ones. There are some still left, but I ate a lot of it. So really, it's just right for you to clear out the circus peanuts at this point. But like, thank you for genuinely, and to my new co-leader, thank you for taking the kiddos on a very safe journey. I'm sure it was fun.
Oh, of course. You were spectacular. Absolutely.
Willow, I hope you learned that sometimes breaking rules is okay.
It's really not. But I understand the sentiment you are trying to impart.
With you, that's a win, so I'll take it. Hey, Whiskey, I had a feeling maybe you got a pretty new sword. You're super muted.
Whiskey has not been able to like process anything that's happening the entire time. He's just been like, this is the quietest you've ever seen this little skunk. And he's just been walking, holding the sword in both hands, just staring at it. He's like blank, like mind empty, no thoughts. He's just staring. And then he just like looks up when he hears his name and he just kind of gestures. He's like, ah!
And you got
Ah!
the book and the sword? Yeah?
And he like frantically, he's like, book, where's the book? He does have the book.
Yeah.
And he holds them both up and he just goes, ah!
I don't know.
That
if you
means,
remember-
happy
yeah,
noise.
he's very
Yeah,
happy.
happy.
That means he's very happy.
I don't know if you remember this, Whiskey, but I was one of the people that used to read you that story. It was when you were really little, way before you were an adventure crew. But more than anything, even at that age, all you wanted was to ever be a hero. So I wanted to give you a shot at that.
Does this mean I'm a hero now? Where's Big Red? Where's Big Red? I'm a certified bona fide sidekick! And he is going to run off, or at least start to run off in the direction of the nearest alleyway.
Corncob is pointing at Big Red.
Yeah, it's all good. It's good.
Your secret safe with us? Question mark?
Yeah. Well, I'll let him know one of these days. We'll let him keep being excited about it. Hey, he likes adventures. This will be a good one for him.
Yeah, I have a
The
feeling
adventure
you
of-
are going to be just fine.
The adventure of how Whiskey got trust issues.
The adventure of future therapy for Whiskey.
As this beautiful moment ends and you see Whiskey running around in circles around town square trying to figure out where he could possibly contact Big Red from, the camera zooms out and up towards the sky, and the very last thing it sees is Gerald flying past. And in one swoop, you can hear Fudge's voice inside Gerald's head as he goes, I mean, it was like a cool adventure and all or whatever, but I guess we could do it again sometime. And that's it. We got there. Little story, everybody. I hope you liked it. I hope everybody liked all of the things that they were gifted. Know that if I did not use your card, which I tried to use every single one before he went out, I think the only one that I did not accomplish was the Mayor President Alley Pop visit. That will happen at the beginning of our next thing because I don't want to skip any cards. If you paid for it, like, and played a card, we so very much appreciate it. And I never, ever, ever want to skip cards. Same thing being said for, we do have a couple people that have a couple of things left over. Those will carry over too. We'll just consider it sort of a continuation of where we're at. I really liked this one, and it was way different than what I normally run, and I hope you all liked it.
This was so good.
I'm
And
so glad
wholesome.
you liked it. I'm so
So
glad
much
you
fun.
liked it.
was great.
God, that makes me like way happier than I can even tell you all. I feel like I gushed and I seem like such a dork about it when a show is over and people are probably like, Mallory, please shut the fuck up. But like it makes me the happiest human in the world to like run games for you all and for people to like really enjoy themselves and be lost in a story. And it's great. And like a big thank you to Jeff and Sarah for trusting me to run it. Even though I know a couple of times I've been like, this thing, and I'm usually right, but like I'm panicked about it. So with that, because when we did hit right at midnight, right on time, I did great on timing today. But we will go ahead and we'll do the last like wrap around. for everybody. So, what I would really love is if you can give your name. What are you doing with your life? I would love to hear all the things. And then, like, your favorite moment overall. I know we touched on them last week, but Kylie obviously wasn't here either. But, like, your favorite, like, or a moment that meant a lot to you, a something moment that had some sort of feeling to it. And we start with Amber. Or no, sorry, we start with Allie. Allie's to my left? Yes. Allie's
Hey. Hey.
Alley pop.
I have just forgotten all of the things you said because I went into retain information mode, which with ADHD means you're focusing on paying attention in the moment and you don't retain anything.
Correct.
So I'm gonna
name. What do you do with your life?
Allie. Oh, loaded question. Cool. Hey guys, I'm Allie Capone. I'm one of the co-founders over at FGP Femme Gamer Party. And you can catch me tomorrow on FGP for Home Brewery, where Vanessa and I are creating a new cottagecore game system. And on Friday, we'll be back with Ladies of Lake. So join us in the Retroverse for some mech fighting. It's a lot, guys. I still have to draw some motorcycles. So we're going to have a great time. And on Sunday, I'll be in Outsiders in Ambrica. I won't talk about Tuesday. I'll let somebody else do that. And I think, honestly, so much of it was so much fun. I would say some highlights include Adam's first transformation of Big Red to Big Red.
Very cool.
I loved that ongoing joke about the premium spot for bathroom reading materials. Gosh, there have been so many highlights, and honestly, just beautiful wrap up tonight.
A lot of fun.
I'm also very happy that that Whiskey's the only one who is unaware of the identity.
Yeah.
It tracks.
Yep.
Perfect.
That like choice in storytelling as a player because you had the spirit to do it, but I think it's so much funnier for it to happen this way. Like just
Sometimes the dice want what they want.
Yeah, you just gotta let them tell stories. But now we go to Amber because Amber's battling.
I also have been hit with ADHD really hard with the added bonus of tired, like period.
Yeah, no, very
tired.
fair. I mean, it is midnight here, and I know it's midnight where you are because we're in
Yeah.
the same time zone.
Yeah.
So.
But it is all good. Hi everybody, I'm Amber, also known as the Space Jamber. Anywhere there's internet, including Neopets, if you still play it. I don't, but it's parked there, just in case. I'm a TTRPG writer, editor, streamer, all of the above, but y'all won't catch me on streams every day like I'm used to for the next like 2 months because I'm taking a break and I'm gonna watch a ton of anime. So really what I want from y'all is I would love your anime recommendations.
Fairy Tale.
Fairy Tale.
I love it.
Yes, Mira
There's
Jane
only-
is everything.
There's only like 412 episodes, something like that.
You know
Totally
what?
worth it.
That's still
I
less
love
than
Mira
One
Jane.
Piece.
When you're done with that, One Piece.
Fuck you.
Mine are like older old school ones, like Inuyasha.
Good one.
Probably
Old
Yeah.
school Bubblegum Crisis. Original Bubblegum Crisis was all on the Roku channel. But back to you, Amber. Sorry.
No, it's all good because I think I'm gonna start with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I haven't watched that one. I just watched the original.
I haven't watched the original since high school. It's been a time. Anyway, the only thing I'm really promoting right now is on Saturdays for the next couple weeks. I'm going to be on TTRPG playing Lancer with a bunch of amazing folks. I'm playing a me and mommy, and that should be anyone's incentive to come. Well, okay, and and let's see. My favorite moment to this entire thing, honestly, I think truly my favorite moment overall was our session 0. Just seeing how quickly we all came together and like had these ideas for Carpe Diem and the world of Pantria, and then seeing how quickly Mallory had art based off our little guys, it's just amazing. Thank you. So thank you for making this so fun and like a real treat to be a part of, literally, because this is a candy world.
All right, Adam Khan, your turn.
That's my name. That's me.
Yeah.
That's me, Adam Khan. Yeah, you can find me as Azerold1 on internet stuffs. Yeah, pretty much my biggest thing I got coming up for a while is coming back next week, Monday nights. Eric Frankhouse presents on YouTube for some D-Lance Monday night craziness where I play a really, I was gonna say cute and adorable. I don't know how cute and adorable he really is. Kind of a dickish, but not as dickish as his cousin, a Kender. Yeah, come check that fun stuff out. I don't have any big plans for other stuff, just lots and lots of work. I work with kids all the time. You can find me at the very end of the month. I'm going to be at PAX East in Boston at the Norse Foundry booth, being a booth babe. So come check it out.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be loads of fun. Cute, adorable little panda, red panda there as well too. Yeah, favorite moments. Amber, you brought it up. Session 0. Oh my God, I don't know if I've laughed that hard in a very long time from that night. I think that was so great. The bombing of the fountain just always pulls out, and then especially to Allie, the fact that you just left it, and the fact that Whiskey does not know the identity. I full-heartedly love
Feels
that.
right.
I think that is perfect because it's only gonna make it better when you do find out, if you ever do. When you find out that it's really Willow, you know. Yeah, and I want to say happy Women's Day to all of you as well too. Tons of love to all my ladies. Thank you so much for letting me jump in with all the craziness with you guys. Tons of love for all of you.
Thank you. And then there's Kylie.
It's Kylie. You're above me.
Kylie,
Your turn.
Hi, my name is Kylie Eberhard. I am the other half of the co-founding team of Homebrews and Homebodies. You can find me just about anywhere on the internet at Viking_mermaid. And I am so happy to be here. I'm so glad we did this. I had no idea where this was going to go. I knew it was going to go off the rails, but I didn't. I didn't imagine this. I am here most of the time, and Fridays I'm over on Femme Gamer Party for Ladies of League. So there's that. I don't know if I even have, like, there's too many good things. The heist was absolutely ridiculous. But I think my favorite part, and I think it's my favorite part for every time we play the Vanishing, because I've been very lucky enough to have gotten to play this system 3 different times. Session 0 has been my favorite every single time.
Every time.
Because it's just this beautiful amalgamation of everybody just feeding off each other creatively. And you know, we told everybody when we were coming, we're like, do not have any ideas.
Yep.
Don't think of anything. Let everything happen organically.
I was like, if you do think of anything, it won't be anything that applies to whatever you decide to do. It's just best to not.
Because every time you think, okay, here are some ideas, and you come in and you come up with something completely different. But being able to just build off of each other and help just create this absolutely crazy world was so much fun. And thank you, Jeff and Sarah, for giving us this opportunity. Thank you, Mal, for running it. And thank you to all of you guys for playing with us, and everybody at home for tuning in each week and having just as much fun as we are. We appreciate all of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Rah, rah, rah. And then there's me. Hi, I'm Mallory, and I have been your GM for the Vanishing Lands. And I won't be for a little bit, but I hope I get to come back soon. You can always find me here. Kylie and I founded this channel together, and it's been one of the biggest, like, just coolest things in my life. And if we hadn't talked in your apartment that day and I hadn't thrown out this wild idea of starting a Twitch channel together and we hadn't done this, I have no idea what life would look like now, but I wouldn't like it. You can find me all over the internet at MoxieBlue, MoXXIEBLUE. And now that I'm not going to be in the GM's chair for a little bit, you'll find me here doing Muppets. Not this upcoming week, but starting the next. The same for Root, which will start not next week, but the next on Wednesdays. You can always find me on Tuesdays over at Eric Frankhouse Presents, playing the Dragonlance game, where Allie and I play sisters, and it's like just a really fun, cool time. Everyone has some anger issues, but we're working on it. And on Fridays, you can always catch me as Henley on Ladies of Lake. Again, a super huge thank you to Jeff and Sarah for trusting us with this. Ever since we play tested at Gen Con and I said, I would really love to run this someday, they immediately were like, take whatever you need. We'll give you whatever. And a super huge thank you to the four of you. I picked this cast very much based in people that I knew were amazing storytellers, were amazing world builders, were people that would go off the rails with me when I decided to make this something insane. And I truly had no clue what you all were going to bring to the table in Session Zero. When we had the mini pre-Session Zero just so you all could meet each other, I was very much in the mindset of as long as you four get along, which obviously you did off the bat, everybody meshed so well together that first night. And I said up front, I said, don't come in with any expectation of what you're going to do. I've done a desert place with water cows. I've done a LARP that somehow got sent to the Vanishing Lands. Who knows what'll come out? And then very quickly, you all settled on a food world. And while I know most of you in this room probably did not know this about me before we started this game, but Kylie did, I fucking love food-themed things. I don't know why it brings me such a sense of joy. So the minute
There's so many squishables
that are food
upstairs.
I have a hot dog in this basement. There's also a s'more in this basement. But I love that sort of thing. And you all had so many really amazing ideas right off the bat. And I had no clue how I was going to fit it all in, and I didn't, to be quite frank. So when we do come back for another season or one shot or whatever we decide to do, we're gonna run another Session Zero and make all of the things. I am so determined that Pantry is going to be the most fleshed out world I've ever been a part of making. Session Zero holds such a special place in my heart. Tonight, I really loved the way that you all reacted to your magic items. I'm going to be really honest; those were made up during your combat. I had no clue what I was going to do with those sandwich helping cards because you all were already in the cave. There was no way for you to go to the apothecary, which was the original plan for them. And so I had realized Sam was going to be a part of the end game somehow anyway, no matter what that looked like. So while you all were doing your rounds, I literally at the bottom of my little sticky note, I was keeping all of the hit points on. I wrote out ice cream magic, magic patch, magic fertilizer, psychic connection with Gerald, and magic book. And that's all I had. But to see how happy you all got over those 5 items and how they related to T-ball and things, honestly that might be one of my proudest moments just as a GM in general, that whole back 20 minutes. It means so much to me that you all like what's happening because I do this so you all can enjoy a good game. I love making other people happy and getting to explore crazy worlds and adventures. And so for you all to have that sort of reaction where I concretely could be okay, this, they had a fun time, and that's truly all that will ever matter to me. I could be sappy all night long. People need to go to bed.
But I love you. I want to go to sleep.
Look, I'm doing things. Let me have my sappy moments. Damn it. I helped make the whole thing. I deserve, and it was bragging on you all.
I love you. I feel your love. I return the love.
Thank you so much.
Miss Adventuring,
oh,
thank
Miss
you for the
Adventuring,
raid.
Oh, thank you for the raid. We're wrapping up for the night.
Yeah, we're just wrapping up for the night, but thank you so much.
Yes.
to anybody that did come in with raids tonight, thank you so much. Like we really appreciate it. The fact that you all would want to come in and watch us means the world. If you do want to catch up any of our games when we are actually playing, again, really sorry about the timing there. We start our new games not next week but the week after. We're coming back with 2 new campaigns, Act 2 of Muppets and a season of Root that is going to be called A Song of Mice and Briar. And it should all be a really fun time. But for tonight, thank you again so much to everybody for coming in. We appreciate it more than you'll ever know. In the meantime, until we see you again, love yourself, take care of each other, and go have the happiest of adventures. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Bye, friends.
And here's our Root trailer to close us out.
Yeah, here's the Root trailer again. Yay!